Count me in.
5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, everybody? Once again, it is FightHype live ringside at the Michelob Ultra Arena here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. And we're already into round 3 of Leo Santa Cruz against Michael Carbajal's nephew, Keenan Carbajal. And Leo Santa Cruz tonight, we always know Leo as a guy who throws 100 punches around, not always putting everything on every shot. But tonight, he is sitting down on his punches more than we're used to seeing him, and he just hurt Keenan Carbajal with an overhand right to finish up round 2. And now here we are in round 3, here in this co-main event for Thurman Barrios tonight. Santa Cruz sporting a blonde dye job for his hair tonight, kind of rocking the Naoya Inoue hairstyle. And he's up 2-zip early, hurt Carbajal at the end of the second round with a big overhand right, one that Leo Santa Cruz really sat down on. And here we are. Santa Cruz gets Carbajal to those. Carbajal, a tall, skinny Mexican-American fighter from Phoenix, the nephew of Michael Carbajal, former flyweight champion. But hasn't been able to keep Santa Cruz off of him at all. Santa Cruz landing plenty of body shots, doing his 1-2-3s, 1-2-3s. Santa Cruz in that high guard. Gets Carbajal to the ropes. Good right hand to the body by Santa Cruz, set up by a double jab, but Carbajal comes back. Good left hook by Carbajal. Good left hook by uppercut by Santa Cruz, just short, but the left hook to the body lands right after it. Another 2-3 body shots by Santa Cruz. Another left hook to the body on the taller Carbajal, who can't keep Santa Cruz out of range. Santa Cruz busy. Good left hook to the body by Carbajal, trying to keep Santa Cruz off of him. Forced to try to fight him off. Can't keep him at distance with his height. Santa Cruz banging away with left hooks to the body. Now in the corner is Carbajal. You can hear the crowd. Good right hand up top by Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz so far just in complete control of this fight. Good left hook again to the body by Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz with a right hand to the body, a left hook to the body. Carbajal, tall frame, tall target, tries to keep his hands up on the inside, but Santa Cruz able to get the left hooks in the body past that elbow over and over again here in the third round. Good left hook again to the body by Santa Cruz. Set up with a right uppercut up top. Touch the guard up top, bring the hands up, and he brings the left hook to the liver right behind it. Beautiful shot by Santa Cruz. Carbajal along the ropes. Another good right hand by Santa Cruz, and that buzzes Carbajal. And Santa Cruz finishes with a flurry. Back-to-back rounds where Santa Cruz finished the last 10 seconds throwing an overhand right, really sitting on the shot. And Santa Cruz through 3 rounds looks fresh tonight, guys. He doesn't look like a guy who shot after getting knocked out brutally by Tank Davis. Santa Cruz looks good and fresh tonight, guys. Sitting down on the left hook to the body, sitting down on the overhand right up top upstairs. Yeah, very dominant so far through 3 rounds for the former 4-division champion, Leo Santa Cruz. Keith Thurman up on the big screen here at the Mandalay Bay, and you don't hear much of a reception one way or another. And we hear some cheers in the arena. Not surprising. Mexican and Mexican-American fans very passionate about boxing. Lots of them live on the West Coast, so anytime a prominent Mexican or Mexican-American fighter is fighting, you're going to hear some cheers at their fights because of that passionate fan base. By the way, I'm sorry, I hope I'm not bothering you with that. Yeah. Oh, no, I just said I hope I'm not bothering you. So yes, we do have people next to us ringside that we have to be respectful of. into round 4. Santa Cruz is up 30-27 through 3 rounds, killing with the left hook to the body repeatedly. Carbajal, tall, skinny fighter from Phoenix, Arizona, not able to keep Santa Cruz at distance for much of the fight. And now, as I say that, there is some distance between them, but Santa Cruz uses his jab, shoots a right hand to the body to get back inside. Good left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, hands up high, chin tucked in, good fundamentals as always. Starts with his jab when he's in far out, and lets combinations go after the jab every time. Good right hand by Carbajal on the inside. Another good right hand by Carbajal on the inside, but Santa Cruz with a tighter guard, able to block the shots better than Carbajal, and able to get his shots in underneath, especially that left hook to the body, which is landing at will for Santa Cruz right now. Ref breaking him up for a second here. Robert Oil is going to take a look at Santa Cruz in the corner. And looks like a headbutt has got some blood coming from the right eye of Leo Santa Cruz. Doesn't look like anything that should threaten this fight stopping. Doctor taking a look at him, and Santa Cruz is fine. All right. Santa Cruz with Carbajal on the ropes. Carbajal fighting off with a double left hook, but Santa Cruz overwhelming him, throwing 10-5 in the punch count in that exchange. Right hand, left hook for Santa Cruz, just being very busy right now. No. Another good left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. Straight right hand to the body by Santa Cruz, but he eats a jab at distance from Carbajal. He comes right back, jab twice. Santa Cruz, we've seen this story before with Santa Cruz, just overwhelming guys on a pay-per-view undercard that's overmatched. A couple of overhand rights land for Santa Cruz that get Carbajal's attention, and he's just putting a paint job through 4 so far. Santa Cruz flurries. Carbajal shakes that left hand out like he's not feeling good with it to finish the 4th round. And Santa Cruz is just, if you've seen a Leo Santa Cruz fight and you're listening, you can imagine what it looks like. Outlanding and outthrowing his opponent 3 or 4 times to 1 at times. Just good left hook to the body, sharp, getting underneath the elbow of the tall, skinny Carbajal. And Carbajal, at times, only good work is when he doubles up on his left hook. He'll bring it to the head and then bring it to the body. But it's almost a get-off-me shot because he's in close where he doesn't really want to be with Santa Cruz, but he can't keep Santa Cruz out of range. It is always so fun to be joined by you guys, man. Let's see what the chat is saying. I haven't checked the chat all night. I know everyone's hot and waiting for Thurman Barrios. All right, round 5. And forgive me if this fight gets monotonous, if it follows a pattern every round. If you hear me calling the same shots every round, it's because that's the work Santa Cruz is doing. He knows how to cut the distance with Carbajal. Carbajal not adept at forcing him to stay on the outside, but Santa Cruz knows how to jab his way in. Great body puncher, very good combination puncher, and that's what he's showcasing tonight. And decline after that brutal knockout from Tank. So, would you say Leo Santa Cruz looks the same tonight as he did before getting knocked out by Gervonta Davis. Like same fighter about yeah. It's always good to ask people, you know, ringside what they're seeing. Hard to tell against a guy at this opposition. Yeah. But you don't see from Santa Cruz, again, he's not fighting a puncher tonight. He's fighting an overmatched guy, but you don't see any sluggishness. You don't really see the ring rust. And again, not fighting a puncher, but you don't see a hesitance for him to get in there like he always has. Good right hand on the inside by Carbajal there. Fighters in the center of the ring. Carbajal with some distance to see if Santa Cruz can jab his way in. No, he shoots a right hand. Carbajal tries a left hook at range. Interesting decision when he's finally got Leo at arm's length where he would want him, but he tries a left hook, misses. Santa Cruz now content to stay at distance, using his jab well. Santa Cruz shoots a right hand to the body, and that gets him inside, but a good double left hook by Carbajal. But Santa Cruz right back with a left hook. Carbajal with good work on the inside right there. Left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. Good right hand on the inside by Carbajal, and a good jab after that. And Carbajal here actually holding his own on the inside better this round. Another good double left hook by Carbajal. A good left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. Yep. Santa Cruz finishing up with combinations, making sure this round is his. Good right hand to the body by Santa Cruz. Just missed with that overhand right that he hurt Carbajal in the second. That's it. Well, it's all Leo Santa Cruz, and all I can say is he looks the same. He doesn't look like the KO from Tank took anything out of him. So let's see what everyone's talking about in the chat. And again, we can't get too loud with everybody next to us. We don't want to ruin the fight for them. What channel is this? This, of course, is Fox Pay-Per-View. I imagine flicking wrist after those toys. He actually hasn't done his little... He hasn't done that much tonight. So, again, I see him trying a couple of different things. I see, at least to start this fight, him trying to sit down on the shot more. Especially this overhand right he keeps throwing in the last 10 seconds against Carbajal. I don't know why it keeps coming in the last 10 seconds of each round, but he has shook up Carbajal a couple times with that shot. So that's something we're going to keep an eye out for in the last 10 seconds here in the sixth. See if he tries that overhand right again. Good combinations by Santa Cruz. Just the stuff you can tell he's worked on with his father for years. And now here comes the flicking of the wrist, just as we talked about it. Now he's doing it in the sixth, but Santa Cruz just throwing the combinations we've seen him throw for years. 1, 2, 3 to the body, 3 up top. Lots of 1, 2, 3s from Santa Cruz. Knows how to throw that straight right to the body when he's at long range. Knows how to throw his jab. At least against a guy like Carbajal. Carbajal against the Rose. Nice double jab by Santa Cruz. He brings the right hand up top, but Carbajal able to pull away from it. Oh, good right hand by Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz on that last right hand shot, a straight right, then a left hook. Got the gloves up. They both were blocked, but then he shoots the right hand around the guard, and it landed. Good stuff by Santa Cruz there. Good right hand by Santa Cruz there. Able to counter over the jab of Carbajal in that exchange. Carbajal trying to step inside there. Throws a right and a left, but Santa Cruz hands high, chin tuck. Good left hook to the body by Carbajal, but Santa Cruz still outlanding him in just about every exchange on the inside. Left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. Back comes Carbajal up top. Santa Cruz keeping his hands up, catching a lot of shots. All right, Robert Oil's going to have to take a look again at Santa Cruz. This doesn't look like a cut that's bad enough to warrant the ref, but it is in a good spot. Not so much that there's a ton of blood. Kind of inconsequential what happens with the stoppage of the eye because Santa Cruz is so clearly ahead in this fight from a headbutt. Oh, yeah. Thanks. So, all right, they resume the action in the middle of the sixth. Nice job by Santa Cruz there. Actually threw a right uppercut on the inside and got the hand up just in time to catch it. Good left hook, but Santa Cruz overwhelming Carbajal against the ropes. He lands a right hand after letting go of the combination. Santa Cruz trying to hurt him with a right hand. Another right hand by Santa Cruz. Carbajal against the ropes, but he's taking it. Santa Cruz comes back downstairs. Carbajal a right hand as Leo dug to the body. Good body shot by Santa Cruz. Good left hook. Santa Cruz able to get off 4, 5, 6 punch combinations at a time. Yes. Oh, who's winning? Cuadras and Rodriguez. We got my man Chris Rueda. What up, Big Chris? What up, baby? Yeah. We got my man TV Boxeo keeping us updated on Cuadras and Bam Rodriguez. Another great fight. Do they got a scorecard yet, Chris? Okay. Yep. So. Yeah, man, ringside at the fights. If a hotter fight is on another network, people start watching that fight until the main event of the fight they're covering comes on. But we are not doing that. We are live ringside round by round for what is so far a complete shutout by Leo Santa Cruz. If you're joining us just now, halfway through the fight, Santa Cruz has been completely dominant. And if you've seen him fight before, you'll be happy to know he's the same guy that he was before Tank knocked him out. At least it looks like against a guy on the level of Keenan Carbajal. So, all right, back to round 7 in 1 moment, please. All right, you do not want to be too loud. Anyway. As for the house here tonight, again, it's round 7. I'm going to take a second to digress here because Santa Cruz is well in control of this fight. I'll let you guys know if he hurts Carbajal with something significant. Pounding on him at every round. Again, the right hand to the body and right hand up top, left hook to the body. Been money, but looks like we're closing. All right, we're back. We were gone for a minute. Now we're back. So where I was, excuse me. Okay, we were gone for a minute. Now we're back. Got some technical difficulties smoothed over. All that really matters is that by the main event, none of that happens, and it won't. So, but yeah, Santa Cruz ahead clearly 60-54. I'll even ask someone else ringside to make sure. Any other way this fight is 60-54, it's got to be 60-54 Santa Cruz. Okay, so just so we're not crazy here. And look, so we're closing in on about a half-filled arena tonight. Probably about 5,000 to 6,000 people here, but I do expect there to be more right before the main event. So Thurman can still sell some tickets. I was here for when Devin Haney fought Jorge Linares. That was a solid crowd. I was here for Crawford Porter, and I would say what Thurman looks to have drawn tonight is somewhere between those two cards. Who we got tonight, man? Let us know in the chat. Who we got, Thurman or Barrios? I still got to go with Keith Thurman, man. He was, at one point, the best welterweight in the world, so I'm feeling like even if he's 20-25% a step down from that, he should still be able to get the job done. And Thurman's one of those guys that yes. What we got? You saw it. Ben Rodriguez is a beast from Ryan Garcia himself. There you go. He is, bro. Anyways, Thurman's an easy guy to put it in football terms. He's an easy guy to get in the red zone. He's an easy guy to get uncomfortable, to get to look like maybe you got him hurt, maybe you got him rocking in there, but then you're not going to get in the end zone. You know, just when it looks like you're going to finish the job and break him, he seems to always, whether it was the Collazo body shot, whether it was Sean Porter hurting him a number of times in their 2016 fight, or whether it was even making a comeback in rounds 6 through 10 against Pacquiao, just when it looks like Thurman's going to break, he comes together and shows a lot of resilience. So I just wonder if at 33 after injuries, if Barrios is even able to get him to that bending point, if he can get him to break, because he's not the guy he was in his 20s and has been off so long. But first of all, can Barrios take him to deep waters and push that gas engine that has been out for 2.5 years? And if he does, will Thurman dig deep like he has every single time, whether it was Diego Chavez or Collazo or Porter or even though he lost Pacquiao? So, you know, we'll see. But hunger is so important in life and in the fight game. You know, if that hunger isn't the same from Thurman, it can show. It can show in this fight. We will see. But here in round 8, my man Leo Santa Cruz is rocking the Naoya Inoue hair dye job. He's up 7-zip. Blood now on the trunks of Carbajal. His right eye is swollen, is swelling shut a little bit. He's taken a lot of body shots from Santa Cruz. But Santa Cruz, you know, never been a puncher. Santa Cruz really has thrown a sharp left hook to the body all night. Good straight right to the body, too. You don't always see that shot. It's just a good combination puncher. Even against Gervonta Davis, Santa Cruz had a good fight and won some rounds in that fight. And it was really exciting. It was just, you know, he couldn't compete with the physicality and punching power of Tank. But in terms of shots being landed, he was very much in that fight, was Santa Cruz. That was really one of the funner 6-round fights you'll see. That's a fight worth a rewatch. That was a good fight that night, Halloween night 2020. Keith stops Barrios in 4 or 5, I think, says Dusty Cole. You think Thurman's stopping him? Ask KT. You know, he can. I think he'll try in the first 4 to 5 rounds. Keith from Florida, like Roy Jones. Roy would do this too. I mean, Keith Thurman ain't no Roy Jones, but they would crack a guy and hurt him early, and they weren't the type to follow it up round after round and try and get the guy out of there. Once they hurt him, they tamed them, and then it would go to a decision. You know, they'd box their way to a decision, and I've seen Keith do that against Danny Garcia, against Leonard Bundu. So I can see him hurting Barrios, and then Barrios being very respectful the rest of the fight, and Thurman's able to get to a decision. But I have a feeling if Thurman can hurt him early, because he knows he has to make a statement tonight, he'll try, at least initially, if he hurts him, to get him out of there, and that'll be exciting. I think Barrios has to be careful early in this fight and get the guy who's been out for almost 3 rounds, get him into some rounds, get him into the second half of the fight. And in this fight, Barrios is going to have to open up more than he did against Tank Davis. He fought almost too tight and too disciplined a fight under Virgil Hunter in the Tank fight. And in this fight, he'll have to open up more. Not right away, but as the fight goes on, he's going to have to let go of the heavy artillery and not just keep it so tight like he did in the Tank fight. Barrios with the upset, says Brad Smith. Well, I mean, the odds are closer than I thought they were going to be. Barrios, never really being a world champion. He had the WBA regular belt at 40. A little surprised that he's not that far off from being even money at the betting books with a guy who used to be the best welterweight in the world. I think that says a lot about what the bookies think of Thurman coming back. And then I think some of that has to do with Barrios' size. He's almost 6 feet. So, and might be stronger at welterweight than he was ever before. Santa Cruz with a good left hook and follows it up to the body. Right hand now. Carbajal a little stunned here in the 9th round. Into the corner, straight right hand to the body by Santa Cruz. Just letting his hands go now. Tries to overwhelm Carbajal. Smart. Steps forward, holds. Good left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. Incredible how Carbajal's just eating left hooks to the body all night. Good right hook to the body by Santa Cruz. Good burst there by Santa Cruz. Another good combination by Santa Cruz. A jab, a right uppercut, a left hook, and then a right hand. 4 punches by Santa Cruz. He's thrown 4 or 5, 6 punch combinations all night. Nice quick hands from Santa Cruz either. Not a guy we think of as having speed, but he can put combinations together quickly. Straight right hand, left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. He tries that overhand right up top. Oof. Left uppercut or left hook and then a right uppercut by Santa Cruz. Again, fighters love that combination today. They love the 3-4 and the 4-3. The 3 being the left hook and the 4 being the right uppercut, or 4-3, right uppercut, left hook. But you see a lot of fighters do that today. Thurman can't beat the bigger man, says Kenzo TV. I know. I mean, even though Barrios is coming up from 40, man, he towered over Thurman at the press conference, at the weigh-in. Really interested to see physically what he looks like at this weight. I mean, Barrios fought as low as 122 and 126 as a professional. So he is is he the kind of kid that no matter how much, Tommy Hearns was like that, no matter how much weight you put on him, he's still just going to look slim and slender, or will he look a little more bulked up at 147? We'll see tonight. If Thurman wins, he needs to fight Boots Ennis, and the winner fights Crawford. That's going to be tough to make because Boots is not actually fully with PBC. He still has Cameron Duncan, and Boots is the most talented welterweight in the world. He might be, in terms of just gifts, the most talented fighter in the world. And there's a good chance he beats all these guys that have more experience than him. And if you're PBC, do you want your established veterans to get knocked off by this young gun? Probably not. So it might be hard for Boots to get the fights he deserves. But if he gets him, I kind of suspect he could beat anybody in the world. So, but that fight ain't gonna happen. Oh, you never know. You never know. Boots does fight on Showtime. Maybe there's a way he get a Thurman fight, but there's no way Thurman would want that fight. Nobody wants to fight Boots right now. You know. Michael Martin laughing my ass off. Politics, really. And I'm not happy to say it, but it is what it is, you know. It's yeah. And this isn't exclusively a PBC guy, and he you guys know the business. Everybody listening, he doesn't draw the big bucks yet, and he's too goddamn good to want to fight him. Even if he did draw more money, you probably wouldn't want to fight him. But yeah, Boots is sick. Does Boots beat Virgil too? I think Boots is a better talent than Virgil. But there's a few things that aren't sexy that Virgil does better than Boots. And when I'm talking about the fundamentals, Boots is such an athletic guy, but when sometimes that chin is exposed, and when he gets caught, like he did against Delorme before he knocked him out, he doesn't get caught here, and he gets caught right on the button because he's slick and athletic and great reflexes. Sometimes them hands are at the waist, and the chin's not tucked in the shoulder, and the hands aren't up, and so as he's shooting off punches, the chin's exposed, and he's getting caught clean, and that can be a big problem. You know, either he'll have to tighten up the D a little bit, or he's from Philly and just has such a good chin that some of those shots getting in, he could take it. But Virgil, on the other hand, keeps those hands up, and he's more straightforward, hands up, so that makes him a little more, obviously more straight up and down than Boots. But he has a good jab, so does Boots. But Virgil keeps his hands up and his chin down. He knows how to cut off the ring, and he goes to the body. And that's the kind of things you got to do against a guy. The kind of style Virgil's naturally fighting in is the style he's going to need against a fighter like Boots Ennis too. A more rangy, athletic fighter. You got to cut the ring off. Keep your hands up, jab your way in, go to the body, and those are all things Virgil does naturally well. That's how he naturally fights. So I don't count Virg out against Boots. I really love Virgil Hunter, but Virgil Ortiz, but Boots, in terms of gifts and natural talent, is the most talented fighter in boxing right now. Here's the problem, fellas. Nobody's going to want to fight either one of them. I think Crawford would fight Ortiz if Ortiz cashed in this mandatory shot, but Golden Boy and them don't seem to think he's ready for that. That's why he should fight Rashidi Ellis on Golden Boy. Fight him first, get a taste of that speed and that style first, and then you fight Terrence Crawford. What's going on with the fight, Cedric Bowen? As you guys heard, great combination punching by Santa Cruz to finish at the bell. 10-12 punch combination from Santa Cruz to finish the 10th and final round. This wasn't a 12-rounder, not a title fight, not a title eliminator. So Santa Cruz won every single round. I'd be surprised if the judges don't have 3 cards, 190, all Santa Cruz. And Santa Cruz is the same fighter, it looks like. That's really good news. He damn sure wasn't timid getting in there. His hand speed he didn't look slower. He actually looked like he was trying a few more veteran things, like sitting down on certain shots more than he has before. So Santa Cruz looks good, and I want that Mark Magsayo fight, man. You know, Leo's had a good career. He's won belts in 4 divisions. Big fight with Tank on pay-per-view. Great fights with Abner Mares. Great fights with Carl Frampton. Go get you a Filipino-Mexican rivalry fight with Magsayo for the WBC. Go do that fight, you know, and that's a barn burner. I favor Maxile. He's younger, naturally bigger, punches harder, but Santa Cruz is more intelligent than him and more at this stage and more experienced than him, and and other than Tank, nobody has ever been able to keep him off. So, well, Tank didn't even keep him off. That's why he got knocked out, because he didn't stop coming. So I would love to see Santa Cruz and Maxile. Just waiting on this. Here we go. Decision coming in.
10 rounds of action. The judges are in agreement. We have a unanimous decision. All three judges scored about the same, 100-90. All three in favor of the winner, Leo El.
Well, there was literally no other scorecard to be made. So 10-zip Leo, all three cards, perfect card. Yeah, even the fucking boxer judges can get 10-zip right when it's 10-zip sometimes. Mop the floor with your head. I don't know how effective that would be long term. I could probably clean up one spill, but not much after that. Go on, son. Can we get Tank versus Rolly next? That's what sounds like is next. And a birdie told me that word on the street is that Canelo might be moving toward Bivol, unfortunately, instead of Charlo, which sucks, man. Does anybody in the chat actually wanted to see Dimitri Bivol fight Canelo instead of Jamal Charlo? I know if that fight doesn't happen, I'm sad. You know, there's no guarantee you're going to get a good schedule in any given year in boxing. So Canelo Charlo was that fight I was penciling in for May, that even if the rest of the year sucks, at least we got Canelo Charlo. But if it's the Bivol fight, like, Bivol's a good fighter, but you know, it's just there's no sizzle to that steak. You know, he's not a talker. He doesn't have a name. You know, he has a belt, but good fighter. But the Charlo fight was a real blockbuster fight. You know, hopefully somehow we can still get that fight. But we might get Bivol and Golovkin this year. I think most of us would rather see Charlo and Benavidez if we could pick two fights from Canelo, but that is not how it works, as we know. No, Charlo was a way better decision. I agree, it would have been a way better decision, but I don't know if that's what the fans are going to get. Beterbiev versus Canelo, yeah, that's a good fight too. And if he goes ahead and fights Bivol, Golovkin's probably next. But I would think if he fights Bivol, he'll want to fight Beterbiev at some point to unify. I think he beats Beterbiev. I want to see David Benavidez go fight Beterbiev, take the belts off Beterbiev, and then Canelo would have to face David for those belts. But you know, that's me living in my world. Bivol is the only guy that might have the skill set to beat Canelo. Charlo gets bombed on. But will Bivol open it up? Since shout out to Ryan O'Hara, who I talked to about this in the media room. What's up, EJ? Bivol, since that 10th round where he got hurt by Joe Smith, has been a little bit just really on his boxing and a little more timid, like Joshua after that Klitschko fight. So is he going to really come to win, and is he going to open up an exchange if need be with Canelo, or is he just going to look to box and play it safe and Canelo walks through him? This fight, Benavidez, Berlanga. Berlanga's not ready yet. Not ready. Charlo and Demetrius, well, that's never happening. I think Charlo would have won that fight because Andre's slowing down with his legs. And he doesn't have a great chin. Liam Williams able to hurt him with a right hand when they fought. I think Charlo lands that same right hand is a problem. In the second half of the fight, early, Andre will be piecing Charlo up. But Charlo's a strong guy. Never been dropped, I think. So I think he'd withstand that, and he could get to Andre when them legs slow down in the second half of the fight. Who has Charlo ever fought? He's a nobody. He knocked out J-Rock. when J-Rock was undefeated, and J-Rock went on to become the Ring Magazine Unified Champ after that knockout in his career. That's a good win. Austin Trout is a solid win, good veteran. And then Derevianchenko's a solid win, too. So, you know, he's had some solid wins. So, how about Charlo, the Argentine Castano fight? Well, a lot of people feel Charlo was fortunate to get a draw in that fight. I was fine with it. I'm thinking Charlo, because he's the bigger guy, he's the more athletic guy. Although Castaño got some fast hands. I didn't realize his hand speed was that until ringside that night in Texas. Castaño has fast hands. But Charlo's still kind of more athletic, rangy, taller. Can box backward and bang. So you would think Charlo can get it done if his heart is really set on it, and he won't, and he's 110% determined. You would think he could make the adjustments to win that fight, but most people think Castaño won that first fight. And I was at that post-fight, and it felt like Charlo was more relieved to get the draw, and Castaño was more ready to fight the very next night. You know, so I don't know, but most people think Castaño won that first fight, but on paper, Charlo should be able to adjust more in the rematch. I'm maybe because I'm American, but I'm going with Charlo in the rematch. I'm going with Charlo in the rematch. We'll see. It should be a great fight. That was one of the best fights of last year. These bums don't want to see Charlo whoop Canelo. That's why they didn't want to see the fight. I wanted to see the fight. I don't think Charlo would have won because Canelo is, in fact, right now, peaking as the best fighter pound for pound in the world, which means I pick him against the field. I think Benavidez is the toughest fight out there. But Charlo brought something to the table we haven't seen since Golovkin in terms of, I think he has the power to at least get Canelo's respect, if not hurt him. Charlo brings a physicality and a size and a physicality and an explosiveness that was lacking with Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders. And Caleb's a good fighter, but Charlo is a better puncher than Caleb. I just wanted to see, and Charlo has a good long power jab. I was dying to see Charlo stand his ground with Canelo. Everybody's been trying to box Canelo. I was looking forward to Charlo, you know, banging with Canelo, mano a mano, you know. Is PBC.
Thurman closes at minus 210 plus 170.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. So yeah, Thurman actually does wind up. Okay. Thurman's minus 210. Anyway, back to the PBC fanboy part. You know, that's funny, Manny Backney Pacroyd, because Top Rank will call me a PBC fanboy, and then PBC people call me a Top Rank fanboy, and then DAZN, same thing. So I don't know. I'm thinking I'm in the middle, because if people to the left of PBC feel that way, and if people to the right at Top Rank feel that way, could it be I'm just being in the middle? And they, yeah, man, I don't give a fuck what network you fight on. I just care how good of a fighter you are. And when it comes to the politics of boxing, I'm like, just sign with whoever's in your division. If you're a welterweight, just sign with Al and PBC because they got all the best welterweights. If you're a heavyweight, or if you're a what's a weight class dominated by one network? Maybe 130 pounds. Shakur Stevenson, and you get the point. You need to go. You need to just go where the opportunities lie. If Eddie Hearn has all the guys in your division, then go to Eddie Hearn for now. If Al Heyman got all the guys in your division, then go to PBC. If Bob Arum got all the guys in your division, go to Bob. I don't give a fuck what network it happens on. I want to see the fights that you want to see, that every boxing fan wants to see. Yeah. So, Golden Boy fanboys, are there still those? You know, they still holding on by a thread. Sean Porter is a better analyst than you. Well, Rafael Gregorio III, you may not have known this, but Sean Porter actually boxed professionally before in some big fights. And he may know some things I don't from his experience in life. He might. He just might. He just might. From fighting main event and world title fights, he could maybe analyze one or two things that my eyes don't catch. You might be right. You might be right. Maybe. Respect, exactly. To say Charlo don't have power shows ignorance in boxing. Yeah, I agree. Here comes Mario Barrios now to the ring. Barrios coming in. Again, Chicano fighter from Texas. Looks a lot more all week, not just in the ring, but all week he's looked more confident and calm on this stage after that big fight with Tank Davis. Doesn't come into the Vicente Fernandez, doesn't come into the songs from Mexico that you usually hear. He's more into the Aztec and Mayan heritage. So he just came in with the banging on the drum. And that's different about Mario Barrios. You know, most Mexican-American fighters, they're coming into Vicente Fernandez, El Rey. Mario Barrios is a different cat. He wears the Misfits. He wears punk rock bands on his sweaters and on his clothes in a punk rock, but then he wears the Aztec and Mayan earrings, and he's a different cat. He's a different cat. And that's good. Tougher fight. Let's see if who would be a tougher fight for Thurman? Spencer Crawford? I'm going to say Crawford. I don't know. Styles make fights. And Keith might be comfortable and able to match Crawford's speeds where most guys can't at long range with Crawford. So, you know, Styles make fights sometimes. And Spence, we all thought Thurman ducked that smoke from Spence because stylistically it looked like a nightmare. Keith can wilt to body shots at times, wilt to pressure, and that's all Errol Spence does behind a great educated jab. So stylistically, maybe Spence is actually the tougher fight, but I think Crawford is a little bit better fighter than Spence overall. So he's an underdog against either one. In his prime, and Thurman coming to the ring now. Here he comes into the ring. Raises his hands. There's some cheers in the house. Keith able to sell out a little bit more than half of this arena, which seats almost 14K. So it looks like in the 7,000, 6,500 range, Thurman able to sell tonight. Good stuff. But back to Thurman. In his prime, in his 20s, when talking about talent, your legs, your hand speed, and your punching power, he was more talented at 147, arguably, than Crawford, and more talented than Spence. Because he had the hand speed that could match to Terrence Crawford, but he was a natural 47, not a lightweight coming up. And then punch for punch, it would look like more concussive puncher than either Spence or Crawford, you know, but doesn't have the kill. Just didn't have the consistency those guys have had. If Thurman loses, is he done? Yeah, probably. At the top level, yes. Crawford has a suspect chin. If Gamboa can have him dancing, I don't know. You know, is he Marvin Hagler chin? You don't know, but nah, I don't think Crawford's chinny. But you can crack him, you can shake him up. But he's tough, man. When you hit Crawford, he's just gonna turn it up on you. And no one's been able to take that heat. Yeah, they land the right hand. Benavidez landed the right hand. Mean Machine landed the right hand. Gamboa landed the right hand. Sean Porter landed the right hand. But then he just turns up the heat, and no one's been able to take it yet. How much will you see, Joey Martinez? I'm in press row. It would have cost a couple hundred if this wasn't press row. All right, here we go.
Tonight making his welterweight debut, ladies and gentlemen, here is the current world-ranked contender.
Barrios' body does look fuller at 147. Around the chest. Definitely filled out at 147. And Barrios actually had about 9 or 10 knockouts going in a row before he went the distance to win his WBA title at 140. He has latent power in there. It's just he didn't open up against Tank. He's got a good left hook. He's got a heavy left hook, does Barrios. He just didn't really let it go against Tank. Very tight and almost timid. I have a feeling tonight, a little more calm and comfortable on the stage, he is going to let go of that left hook. And I look forward to that.
And the former unified welterweight champion of the world, introducing Keith Thurman.
Here we go.
The referee in charge, now giving instructions, Kenny Pace.
You guys can listen in with me at these instructions. Thurman in his red-white, mostly white trunks, rocking the Camacho kind of, I don't know, not skirt we call it, but, you know, not the solid short type trunks. Thurman decked out in white, got a little red, white, and blue trim as always. All right. You guys are tuned in live on FightHype.com. We were ready to start this live round by round. Right when the bell rings, we'll be off for Thurman Barrios. All right, round one, and we are off. Thurman coming out a little aggressive, stepping towards left hook right away from Keith Thurman. And Thurman starting this fight on the front foot. Tried to touch Barrios early with a left hook, partially landed. Now Thurman with a jab to the body, doubled it up. Barrios throws his jab. Good jab by Thurman. Thurman coming forward. Thurman on the front foot early. Good jab by Thurman. Barrios starting off in the same stance he did with Gervonta Davis, on his toes, elbows in tight, fighting tall. Thurman with a little bit of a left hand to knock Barrios' head back. Thurman tries a left hook. Barrios able to cover up well, pivot out to the side. Now they're in the center of the ring. Barrios lets go of his jab, blocked by Thurman. Right hand short for Barrios. Fighting at a distance is Barrios. Good jab by Thurman. Thurman just over the top with the right, just overshot it a little bit. Thurman with the more accurate jab to start, despite Barrios being taller and at range. Now Barrios on his toes, taking a little step forward. Good right hand to the body by Barrios. And then he swings and misses with a left hook to the body, does Barrios. Hits air. Thurman trying to hook off the jab twice. Good jab by Thurman. Thurman showing a good, not known as a jabber, but when he's used it in his career, he does have a good jab and can be accurate with it. Thurman able to block 2 shots from Barrios. Thurman missing with a left hook. In close now. Fighters in the phone booth. Thurman takes a step out. Thurman tries a right hand to the body, setting up the jab up top. Another jab from Thurman as Barrios off the back foot early. Left hook to the body by Thurman. Right uppercut up top by Thurman. Good work there by Keith Thurman. Ooh, right hand by Barrios. Thurman across the ropes. That was a good right hand by Barrios. Thurman now on his back foot, moving laterally with his back against the ropes. Barrios shoots another right hand. Good trajectory on it, didn't land, but a nice right hand by Barrios. And that right hand from Barrios does look like it has some steam on it, but that was Thurman's round. More accurate jab from Thurman, able to get off. Right uppercut, about a minute left in the round, but really Thurman a little more aggressive, a little more active, and definitely more accurate with his jab than was Barrios. But Barrios, last 10 to 20 seconds, got Thurman along the ropes, and the right hand was long. It looked like it had some steam on it, and looked like it get Thurman's attention. So 10-9, Keith Thurman after one, and we'll see what happens going forward in this fight. Highness at work, Shaggy. All I can do is listen, but one time, hey man, keep it locked in. Keep it locked in. We got you. We got you. You're gonna hear exactly what's going down in this fight. Yep. Oh, my man Brad Smith keeping my score. Okay. All right, Antonio Contreras. We are in round 2. Ding ding. Good jab by Barrios. Barrios starts by landing his jab. Thurman doubles up his own, but it was Barrios who got the jab in there. And Barrios got what's up, Skip? Who is? Sugar Hill is? Oh, I got him. So, but yeah, Sugar Hill in the crowd tonight. Heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury's trainer. Good right hand to the body by Thurman. He tried to bring a left uppercut over it, but Barrios able to get out of the way of it. Barrios is close with that right hand up top. He is trying to time Thurman over his left. And that's the same. That's a shot Lopez was able to hurt Thurman with as Thurman backed straight out. Good right hand to the body by Thurman and the left to the body. Barrios firing that right hand, taking a step towards Thurman. Good jab to the body by Barrios with Thurman's back on the ropes. Thurman working his way off, back into the center of the ring now. Left hand by Thurman, but a good two-piece to the body by Mario Barrios. Barrios short with a left hook, and Thurman sticks a jab in. Another jab by Thurman. You know, high-level stuff for a fight that some people were critical of before, but Barrios does look sharp tonight, and Barrios just short with a right uppercut counter. He is trying to time Thurman's jab in, but a good left hook by Thurman. And both guys throwing with bad intentions right now. Barrios countering Thurman with a left hand as Thurman tried to dig to the body. And my colleagues ringside seeming to think with the way that Thurman and Barrios are putting steam on these shots that this ain't going the distance. Both guys are sharp tonight and just missing with bombs early on. Oh, good right uppercut by Barrios, and Thurman comes back with a left hook. Good exchange, high-level stuff tonight. Maybe a little higher than people were expecting or gave these guys credit for early on. Thurman with a left hand. He threw 3 punches to land that last third shot. Jab by Thurman. But Barrios is staying in there now, and he's walking towards her. Good right hand by Barrios on a 1-2. Barrios not looking timid tonight. Looks confident in his power. Barrios almost catching Thurman coming in. Thurman, good head movement and good. Thurman missing with a big overhand right. You know what? High-level stuff in round 2 from both fighters. Both guys making each other miss by just an inch on some real dangerous shots with good speed and power on them. I gotta be honest, not bullshitting. Impressed early on by both fighters. This is a good high-level fight early on. I'll still go ahead and give that round to Thurman, but it was a competitive second round. Thurman able to knock Barrios' head up with a few left hands in the last minute. Threw a left hook that was short and a right hand that was short, but then he brought a left right after it, and it picked Barrios' head up. gets the judges' attention. So we got this on FightHype Live, 20-18 Thurman, but that was a good second round, a competitive second round. Round 3. And good left hook to the body by Barrios. Good timing on it. And Thurman actually forced the cover up after that, and he ate a right uppercut to the head. Oh, left hook by Thurman. These guys fighting at a high level, man. Good jab by Barrios. Barrios off to a good start in the third round. Good jab by Thurman, but Barrios with a little advantage to start off the third. What's up, Chris? Oh, yeah, I'm sure Bam got that. My man Chris Rader giving me results from Phoenix, but we are here calling this Thurman fight. Barrios back on the ropes. Thurman with a good left hook to the body, but good defense by Barrios. Left hook by Thurman lands. Picks Barrios' head up as Barrios takes a step back. Barrios now throws punches to get Thurman back off of him, trying to get his respect.
Doesn't like those counters to the body.
Thurman staying smart, composed in there at times. He's fighting going backwards. He's fighting coming forward. And he's throwing like an uppercut jab right now, almost. And that landed just now against Barrios. And then a left hook to the body. Thurman now taking some angles, using his smarts. Thurman able to slip and get away from a right hand there. Ooh, Thurman leads with a left hook, and it lands, and Barrios shook up by that shot a little bit. Thurman follows it up to the body. There's a good shot. Got Barrios' and the crowd's attention. Thurman, after a good little start by Barrios, taking control of this third round now. Thurman doing a good job knowing his distance, knowing when to circle out, when to come in. Good right hand, left hook by Keith Thurman. Good shot by Thurman. Good jab to the body by Thurman. Thurman, calm and composed in there. Looking pretty damn good after 2.5 years. Left hook blocked by Barrios, but a heavy shot. Thurman right now boxing smart, using his legs. In and out, circling, stepping off to the side. And Barrios a little more handcuffed down the stretch of that round. Thurman with a few more angles made Barrios down the stretch of that third round more ineffective, made him keep his hands at home, not able to get off as much. Good little movement by Thurman circling the ring. Maybe not gliding around, bicycling around the ring like he used to before, but good efficient movement, stepping off to the side, placing his jab to the body at times to set other things up. Good boxing by Thurman in round 3. 30-27. The second round was close, but we got it 3-zipped Keith Thurman. Well, Thurman. Sure. Do you have 3-0 Thurman? 3-0 Thurman? Or 2-1? 2-1. It's the second round of Barrios? Okay. So, yeah, you can hear a colleague next to me, second round of Barrios. That was a close round. Still gave the edge to Thurman. Thought he picked his head up with a left hand in the last minute, but we're here in the fourth now. And Thurman starting off with a good right hand. Barrios comes back with a combination, lands a good right hand, and a good jab by Barrios. Good right hand by Barrios. A little bit of, but Thurman looks confident, ready to attack right here. Barrios trying to counter Thurman as he senses Thurman wanting to attack, wanting to jump on him a little bit. I do see Keith Thurman tonight. Oh, left hook to the body by Barrios and a straight right hand by Barrios. Good two-punch combination. Thurman tries to come right back. Right hand by Thurman. Left uppercut. Splits the guard after the right hand, and that was a good shot. Good shots by both guys in that last 20 seconds. Left hook to the body, right hand by Barrios, and then Thurman came back with a right hand and a left uppercut that split the guard. Thurman circling back. Barrios now shoots the jab. Crowd starting to chant, "Let's go, Keith, let's go, Keith." Good left uppercut by Thurman. Thurman is finding a home with that left uppercut, and he's pivoting into it beautifully, showing, the ability to move hand and feet at the same time in a way most fighters can't. At times, he's doing some beautiful stuff with that left uppercut. Good right hand by Barrios. That's Thurman coming in, but Thurman looking confident on the front foot. Oh, Barrios hurt by a left hook. Legs did a dance. That was a left that got snuck in, and Keith has been sneaking a left uppercut through the guard. That definitely shook Barrios' legs up here in the fourth. Barrios was hurt for the moment there. Good left uppercut by Thurman. That's the shot that's starting to land. Pick Barrios' head right up. He can't afford to take that shot too many more times. Did not like the way his body reacted to that left uppercut from Thurman. When you start seeing guys' heads get knocked completely up, that's not good. Thurman over the top with a big right hand that had knockout on it. Barrios gets it over the top of his head. Big round by Keith Thurman. Hurt Barrios with that left hand there. And then he's really finding a home for that left uppercut. Barrios likes to keep that guard real tight, and he's finding it right through there. And like I said, that was Keith making adjustments. He made adjustments pretty much from the outset of this fight. He's been very calm. He's fought going backwards. He's fought going forward. He's used his jab. He's thrown some combinations. He's been accurate. Keith's been fun to watch tonight. He looks good. Keith looks good. Thurman does look a little slower than usual. Could be the muscle. Yeah, Smoking Jay, not the blazing hand speed he had as a 20-something against Soto Carras and Sean Porter. But his timing is good, and his accuracy is good. And he's still faster than most. So, but yeah, you are definitely correct. Not the blazing hand speed of his 20s, but Thurman's still fast. And in some ways tonight, almost looks more calm in the ring, like a veteran than we've used to see him. Even against the Leonard Bundus and Colossos of the world, they've made him uncomfortable. And tonight, he's been extremely comfortable. He's taken a few right hands, and it hasn't done anything to him. Now Barrios may have to. Oh, yeah. Yep. Good right hand. Good. Oh, okay. Good right hand for Barrios there. Keith Thurman pulling straight out. Got hit with the right hand as he pulled out. Good shot, but Thurman stepping in beautifully when he decides to step in and fire off in combination. He really steps in nicely, but good jab by Thurman. Barrios a little ahead in the fifth because of that good right hand early, but Barrios gets Thurman on the ropes. Thurman able to back away from the body work. Gets himself right back off the ropes into the center of the ring now. Good jab by Barrios, but again, Thurman just looking so much more comfortable ringside than Barrios. Like he's in control of this fight. Good right hand to the body by Thurman. And good defense a moment ago by Thurman as he slipped 3 or 4 shots in the corner. Thurman able to slip the jab there. Slip the jab, throws his jab to the body. Stepping in now, Barrios along the ropes. Good right hand to the body by Thurman. Barrios turns, throws back at Thurman. Thurman able to not get touched with nothing. Barrios just off with an uppercut there. Thurman slips a right hand. Good counter right hand by Barrios, but not as much sting on it there. He took something off of it to land it. Left hook to the body by Barrios. Thurman just short with a check left hook as Barrios reached in for a body shot. Barrios short with a right uppercut. Thurman counters with a left hook up top. Thurman with another left hook up top. Lead left hook by Thurman there. Thurman left hook to the body. Last 10 seconds. Not sure if Thurman has won this round. Oh, good left hook at the end by Thurman there. So, I just see Thurman as winning this fight and winning these rounds. But in the 5th round, first half, he got nailed with a straight right hand by Barrios as he pulled out. That might have been the best punch of the round. Maybe the 5th goes to Barrios. But to my eyes, Thurman's the more comfortable fighter, more in control. More doing what he wants to do in there, more accurate with his jab, and just stepping in beautifully at times. So I see this fight 50-45 or 49-46 Thurman after 5. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Larry Hazard has it a shutout too. Okay, cool. Shootout. Not Shaggy. It's Steve Jobs. I mean Ashton Kutcher. Yes, thank you, sir. Are you at the arena? Absolutely. We are ringside. Okay, who looks like the harder puncher? It's Thurman, but Barrios has some steam on his shots. He has some steam on his shots. You know, Thurman does a great job of circling you, jab to the body, jab to the head, circling, jab to the body, jab to the head, and then that really gives him his range, and he knows when to step in and get off some beautifully placed 2, 3, 4 punch combinations. Thurman on the ropes. Barrios gets to the body, but Thurman keeping that left hand at his waist, catching some of the body shots, and then pulling away from the head shots along the ropes. Almost halfway through this fight here on FightHype Live. We got Thurman ahead either 5-zip or 4-1, but despite that, it's been a competitive fight each round. Good two-piece to the body by Thurman there. He stepped in, left hook to the body, right hand to the body, steps out. Barrios threw a big right hand there and missed. Hit nothing but air. Maybe a little frustration there on that right hand by Barrios in the 6th round. Credit to Barrios, who when Davis backed off of him, he didn't throw that right hand and go after him. He has tried in this Thurman fight to be more offensive. Good jab to the body by Barrios. Barrios trying to catch Thurman coming out with his own counters. Both guys trying to counter each other's counters at times. It's been a good level fight. Thurman out jabbing Barrios there. Barrios, right hand, touched Thurman with it a little bit, but Thurman took on almost all the steam off of it. Thurman not able to land the heavy shots so far this round. Good little left by Barrios there. Thurman backing up, tries to step in there with a right hand, left hand combination. Barrios defensively responsible, didn't get caught there. Good right hand to the body and then a left hook by Thurman right after it. Barrios trying to answer right back. Thurman hands up. Body work by Barrios. Left check left hook by Thurman. Barrios went down to the body, and Thurman hit him with a left hook, then a left uppercut by Thurman. This sequence here looks like it's going to get Thurman around after it was a close one. Good jab, pops Barrios' head back. Right hand, left. So what you heard from the crowd there, Thurman threw a right hand and then actually came back with a left hand and almost threw it like a power shot, even though it's his jab hand. So he misses with the right, and then he bang, and it knocked Barrios' head straight up and turned what was kind of a competitive round into a Thurman round, no doubt about it. In that last 20 to 30 seconds, Thurman put together some heavy shots to definitely win the round. Man, it is so much fun doing this with you guys in the chat, man. We hope you guys are loving this. For those of you at work who couldn't catch the fight, man, we hope you guys are loving this. So, yeah, Thurman has won every round, if not maybe the second round. Let's see here. Round 7 now coming up. 60-54 or 59-55 Thurman. Barrios, if he's going to win this fight, he's going to have to take some chances, make something happen. He has tried that at times in this fight, and Thurman has gotten away from it. But Thurman has had a great sense of knowing when to take his chances, knowing when to frustrate Barrios and pull it back. Just been very smart tonight, has Keith Thurman. Very much fighting like a veteran. And you see Nonito Donaire lately, some of the speed taken off of his explosiveness when he was younger, but a little more intelligent now and efficient. And I'm seeing a little bit of that from Keith Thurman tonight. Beautiful right uppercut counter by Thurman just there. He dipped underneath and then shot a right uppercut. Beautiful move by Thurman. Thurman circling back against the ropes. Not uncomfortable with the back against the ropes. He takes a step forward. Yeah. His movement is actually more efficient than it was in his prime tonight. You know, before he'd be on that bike. It is like, yeah. Yeah, circling, pivoting, boom, back, yep. And you hear ringside, yeah, Thurman not up on his bike as much, like he was in his 20s, more efficient movement tonight from one time. Thurman using his legs there in the last 30 seconds, you know. Waiting the young guy out, letting him shoot some shots off, letting him miss. Barrios short with a jab. Thurman's defense is getting out of the way of a lot right now. He hits Barrios with a jab, and then Barrios tried to counter the jab, and Thurman not able to get touched by it. Little right hand, left uppercut by Thurman. Didn't put the conviction on it, just touching Barrios there. Back against the ropes, side to side. Right hand to the body by Thurman off the ropes. Left hook off the ropes. Barrios able to get away from it, but Thurman. Good timing. Good defense and angle by Thurman there. Able to get away from the jab. Barrios has had some good timing and speed on his counters. He has thrown the right counter at the right time at times in this fight, and Thurman has gotten away from it anyways. Credit to Thurman. Good D by Thurman. Pull off at the angle and get away from the right hand. And this round was a lot of boxing by Keith Thurman. He won. Oh, good left uppercut by Thurman. That's been the shot. Right hand by Thurman. Barrios stares at Thurman as he goes back to the corner. Barrios a little sloppy on a counter shot. Got hit with a right. Missed his counter. 7-zip Thurman. Good performance by Thurman. Again, Barrios at times has and he's not slow. Has thrown the right counter at the right range at the right time, and Thurman's gotten out of the way of it. All right, let's see here. What you got for me, chat? I'd rather see Thurman versus Spence Ugas winner for Philly's unfinished business there, considering Thurman. I'm down for that fight. This is a shutout seemingly, huh, Sean? Yeah, it is, Dusty. It is. Maybe Barrios won the second round, you know. But in some of the rounds Barrios lost, he was still competitive in. But as this fight has gone on, it has gotten away from him. And Thurman's just been so in control of this fight. Looking like he's just... He takes the breather when he wants to take the breather. He steps it up when he wants to step it up. When he wants to land his jab, he lands his jab. You know, this has been a good return fight for Thurman. Now can Thurman land that, maybe something like that left uppercut he's been landing? Can he? Oh, good left hook right hand by Thurman. Can he wobble Barrios again like he did in the fourth and put together a sequence to get this guy out of here with something for the highlight reels? Because he's definitely on his way to a victory in the 8th round. Thurman, a little foolish there, kept his hands right here on the ropes, stared at Barrios as if to come on, and Barrios tagged him with the right hand. Good right hand by Thurman, measured with the left, bang, threw it over the top. Got it on the money. Right hand. All right, center ring. Again, Thurman, foot off the gas here. Left hook to the body and a little right hand by Barrios. Barrios has a chance to take a round, steal a round here as Thurman not doing much. Good right hand by Thurman, and that shook up. Barrios hit with another right hand. He's stunned. His legs look a little stunned from that right hand. Thurman calmly steps to him, measures with the left, throws a right to the body. Crowd seemed to feel like Thurman letting the moment go there, but nope, here comes Thurman. 3-punch combination to the left uppercut. It's been landing all night through that tight guard of Barrios. Oh, right hand by Thurman. Barrios showing a warrior spirit, and he fires right back. It's Thurman who got hit now. Thurman a little buzzed in the corner. Got caught with his hands down. Barrios bleeding from the left side of his face says, come on to Thurman. Thurman using his movement, not engaging to finish this 8th round. Barrios may have stunned Thurman. Thurman not throwing. Backing up. Left hand is dangerously low for Thurman along the ropes. Now he picks it up. Slings a right hand over the top, does Thurman. Barrios, good round, best round of the fight. Thurman. Think it. Huh?
Does Barrios not have the powerful 147?
Yeah, oh, he can punch. Yeah. Yeah, I just think he hasn't been able to land much. You know, he's thrown the right counter at the right time. A lot of times in this fight, Thurman gotten away from it anyways. There's been a lot of time he's done the right thing when, you know, and it's just been short.
But a lot of guys who move up, they don't have the power.
Right.
If he one of those guys, like if he like
yeah.
Garcia.
I mean, he was never a puncher at his weight like Mikey, but yeah, whatever he had at 40, he's carried most of it up to 47, it looks like, for sure. That right hand got Keith's attention. You know, like, it made Keith not throw a shot for almost 40 seconds, so. And despite Barrios having his best moment, that was a round in the 8th where he got stunned a couple times, so that's still a Thurman 8th round. So here we are in the 9th now. Thurman had his first ugly moment of the fight, got a little stunned on a right hand by Barrios, but still won the 8th round. Here we are in the 9th. And Barrios has been a dog tonight. He's been sharp. He's been intelligent. He's just been a step behind Thurman all night. Crowd chanting, Keith, Keith, Keith. Thurman measuring with the left, trying to set up a right-hand bomb. Barrios smart. Thurman coasting a little bit more now. Good right to the body by Thurman. Brings the left hook after it, and Barrios blocked it. Good job by Thurman. Steps in with a left right, and then the left uppercut lands. That's been the shot all night. Barrios has had his head picked up by the left uppercut over a dozen times. Thurman along the ropes. Barrios stepping towards him. Barrios steps in with a jab. Thurman counters with a left hook. Barrios able to block it, but good timing by Thurman there. Thurman coming in with a right hand, misses, gets the left uppercut, but Barrios counters with his own left hook to get back at Thurman. Good exchange. Good jab by Barrios there. Traded 2 jabs. Barrios able to actually win the jab there. Thurman's had the better jab most of the night. And what's been impressive about Thurman's jab in this fight is Barrios, taller guy, has been sharp with his jab, but Thurman has just been, knows the range and the timing where to throw it at. And knows how to time Barrios' jab so he jabs at the same time as him, but lands his and catches it coming back. Good left hand near the bell by Thurman. That's another Thurman round. All right, let me get this. Oh, there's Vicente Fernandez. There's Vicente Fernandez. Will I be able to plug this in right there? Yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. Got to keep the FightHype phone charged at ringside. Who's winning? It's either 90-81 or 89-82 Keith Thurman. Jersey. Let's see. Ay, muy triste. Okay. Round 10. Championship rounds now in this 12-round fight. Barrios almost forced because of the craftiness from Thurman to look for the counter. You think against a crafty guy, you press forward and go for it. Maybe that is what Barrios should be doing. But at times when he's tried that, he's hit nothing but air. Thurman has fought well against him when he's tried to do that. So Barrios having to counter. Right there, he tries to counter Thurman with a left hook right hand. Barrios staying on top of Thurman. Trying to be an aggressive counterpuncher. Right hand counter by Mario Barrios from over the top of Thurman's jab. Oh, Thurman shoots a booby trap right hand and lands a left right after it. Good stuff by Thurman. Thurman on his toes, goes to his left. Pause with the jab. Thurman slips out to his left again. Boom, left hook by Thurman. Set that up, you can see it. check left hook by Thurman there. Right hand by Thurman over Barrios walking through another left hook. Barrios hurt. He took a couple bombs there. Almost getting a little reckless taking those 2 shots, but credit to Barrios because he's trying to win. He's taking chances. Good right hand by Barrios. Barrios fought with a lot of heart and more confidence tonight than he did against Davis. Barrios trying to stay on top of Thurman. Thurman intelligent, playing the Matador extremely well. Thurman might be looking to set up a right hand here. Barrios coming in. Thurman could be looking. He shot the right hand right as I say that. Didn't land it. Thurman just missed with a right hand there. He was definitely looking for that setup. And so when you're at home, asking for the jab, understandably, from the tall, rangy Barrios, Thurman was looking for that jab down the stretch of that round. And he had the right setup. If Barrios would have let that jab out there, Thurman had the counter ready. And that's the kind of stuff you got to look for to understand why fighter A or B isn't throwing the way you wish they would sometimes. Give me a moment. Let me start getting my post-fight setup ready so we can get some interviews after this fight. Tetris. I know. All right, round 11 here. You know, here at FightHype, we got to get ready for this post-fight to get y'all some interviews as soon as this fight concludes. All right, round 11. Here we are. 2 rounds left in Keith Thurman's return bout after losing to Manny Pacquiao. He's probably up either 190 or 99-91. Barrios may have won the second. There was a few competitive rounds in the first 6. Barrios able to stun Thurman in the 8th, but that was a round where he was stunned twice, so just not able to put together rounds as Barrios, but he's been skilled tonight. He's been sharp tonight, and he's taken more chances tonight than he did against Tank. It's been a good performance for Barrios despite losing almost every round. Thurman now will be content to take the shots that are there. If Barrios gets reckless, he may be able to catch him something big. Maybe Barrios will get reckless. He needs a knockout to win this fight. But I think he senses that Thurman's counterpunching and timing and distance are on point. And that even if he does open up and get reckless, it could just lead to him getting stopped anyways. But Thurman tonight, I would say after, as we're almost 11 rounds into it, still looks like a threat in the welterweight division. He does. He's still an interesting fight from what I can see for Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. He is. I actually, stylistically, really like the Crawford fight for Thurman. I would love to see how Crawford deals good right hand to the body and the left hook up top by Thurman. I'd love to see how Crawford deals with the athleticism at range, at distance with Thurman. Thurman, like Crawford, is a good counterpuncher. Still favor Crawford in that fight, but that's a good fight. That is once again an intriguing fight from what I can see tonight from Thurman. Thurman coasting here in the 11th. Barrios not getting reckless. Staying on top of Thurman is Barrios. Thurman able to land a left hook earlier in the round, probably the best shot so far in the 11th. Thurman circling. Very, very much a coasting round by Keith Thurman there. And still won it because the best. Oh, Thurman. Funny sequence. Thurman throws a wild left hand and falls over himself halfway across the ring, stumbling over himself. Sloppy left hand by Thurman in a round where he coasted and still won because Barrios forced to keep his hands at home to be wary of Thurman's counterpunching. This fight is almost over, folks. Last round coming up. It's almost time for us to head over to the post-fight for you guys. All right, it is almost post-fight time, everybody. With some of the fun starts. Round 12, here we go, baby. Here we go, ladies and gents. Last round, Thurman has this fight in the bag. Only question is, have you scored every single round for him? I have. Maybe Thurman, Barrios able to get a round in the second. Some competitive rounds throughout, but rounds I thought Thurman was winning. So far tonight, Thurman has had a very solid B performance. He's had the kind of performance tonight that doesn't make you favor him over Crawford or Spence, but makes you intrigued to watch those fights and down to watch those fights once again. In my opinion. Good right hand to the body by Keith. Keith is in coast mode a little bit more now. Throws a left hook to the head, blocked by Barrios, right hand to the body. Keith stepping into the left hook. Barrios having opportunities to counter. Good work by Barrios with Thurman along the ropes. Thurman head popped with a right hand there. Crowd rising, hoping Barrios can pull off some last round rally. Another right hand by Barrios. Left hook by Thurman backs Barrios off of him now. Right hand by Thurman. Jab by Thurman. Thurman backing Barrios up now. Coming back. Barrios. Ooh, Thurman just off with a right hand, but he lands a left hook. Lands a left hook. Thurman ahead in this round now. Barrios coming back with good defense by Thurman. Elbows in, hands up, able to block. Thurman still ahead in this round. Put together a good left hook after a right hand earlier in this round. Sense Barrios coming on, trying to pull a little rally in the last, and Thurman able to back him back off. Now Barrios back on top of Thurman. Thurman back on his wheels. Some solid defense tonight, some good defense tonight from Keith Thurman too. Slipping a lot of shots at times where his hands are low and it looks dangerous. They didn't get touched. Against a guy like Crawford, those shots might be getting in with it, but good left hook by Thurman. Good left hook by Thurman. Stepping in with the right hand to generate momentum into the left hook again by Thurman. He's done that. Another left hook by Thurman. Good left uppercut by Thurman. Solid finish to the round. Left hook by Thurman. Left hook clinic to close this 12th round. Left hook by Thurman. Barrios still standing, still firing. Good fight. Solid stuff by Mario Barrios. Thought Thurman won basically every round, and that'll do it for tonight on the round by round. We got to head to the post-fight press conference. Keep it locked in right now. Give us a minute if there's some nothing going on, but we will be live in just a moment with some interviews and post-fight reactions. So keep it locked. Thurman won every round, maybe lost a second. Still an underdog to Crawford and Spence, but now it's a good fight again. It's a good fight. So I give him a good B+ tonight for Keith Thurman. Good fight. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Keep it locked in. Don't move. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Immediately following this. What it feels like. Reaching level makes you question, is it real life? What it feels like. What it feels like. What it feels like. What it feels like. Way before all these double discs, on my lap track, sound like 40 digit mix, filled with basic. Like a Michelin star chef, kiss to my wrist, I can do it with my left. I have been so might try to hold it on my checks too late. You know they hate when you put the food in there, expect you to crackers don't get capital, put their feet up on your desk. And if you talking tough to me, I lost all my little respect, I'm singing. And the whole bitch bringing folks up from the fence, I have to pay back on me. I'm saving all my little brand free. Damn, I have to pay for these songs. Real, this thing, you ain't see. Name on what that makes sense to you, but all you want to bridge to the other side, you know you can't swim across.
Keith Thurman, he kind of established himself early. He maintained that. Did he surprise you in this fight?
No, it was kind of the like I said before, I knew he was the one that coming here, hold up to expectations. And he was saying he was ended up knocking out all that stuff. I couldn't hurt him. But I mean, I think we all saw, I belong up here with, the great fighters. And overall, me and my team, we're happy with the outcome. Man. Shout out to everybody who showed up. I appreciate y'all's support. And much love, man.
You had success in that 8th round, taking the wind out of his sails a bit with that body shot, but he made it very difficult for you to set anything up tonight with that movement.
Yeah, we knew going into this fight, he was going to be on his bike a lot, especially if I started to hurt him, which I believe I did several times. And it was an adjustment, that I should have made better. And I'm going to go back, in the gym and work on all this.
147 is your new weight class. What did you learn about yourself at 147 pounds, going the distance with a former unified champion?
Overall, I felt stronger. There was nothing in there that really had hurt me to where I could continue. And again, overall, man, it's just it's not the outcome, I didn't get the win, but I still got here and get one finish a good fight.
We'll send it now over to Jordan Plant. Thank you, Heidi. Keep you saying about me. Y'all must have forgot.
But it was amazing. It was a great point. He had all the boys. He learned from his last outing. I learned from my last outing. Just happy to be back in the ring. Thank you to all the fans, man. Thank you everybody for coming out and supporting. Thank you to the event. Thank you to my boss. Thank you, Fox. Thank you to Heyman. Thank you to my team. Everybody that helped me. Like a Tempe Holistic Wellness, Peaceful Warriors, my team right here, man. I'm just so grateful for everybody that's not in this position. And I look forward to having a better year later this year. 2022, baby.
Not even close.
I know. Don't look at this wall around. Just look at the work you were doing. Get some nice power shots.
What's up, Alex?
I mean, you were out for 2.5 years.
You know we're Ugas is coming out at?
Yeah, he should be coming this way. He's right over here.
So he's going to come this way? Or he's gonna...
I think he's coming this way. I'm going over there right now.
Okay.
Like a C plus B minus for myself, but you know I knew that I was sharp from the start, and he was very poised. I showed some movement. I saw some fundamental mistakes. You know, he was crossing his feet all over. I was like,
man? Gotta get these interviews.
I just assumed a little bit. Get back on that jab more with him and land the better power shots like I did all night.
Oh, you were telling me about your hand. You think you hurt your hand in about the third round. Do you feel like, you know, that could have been the difference in you stopping this fight because your corner lands more or less than your left hand is hurt?
It made me not want to throw that punch anymore, but, you know, I was getting with the right. I cut him with the right. I rocked him a few times. You know, I just got to get back in the gym, get grinding, and push that high intensity, high endurance. That's what I'm missing right now. I got the time.
Negociaciones con Spence. Great fight against Pacquiao, man. Hell of a fight.
Dennis.
Alex, aquí afuera. ¿Cómo van las negociaciones con Spence?
Vamos a ver, posiblemente se va a dar la pelea.
¿Lo piensas abril, mayo?
Abril o mayo, sí.
April, May.
Jordanis. Does Keith look like he's still in his prime?
Mira que todavía está en su prime. Keith Thurman.
¿Cómo es?
Sí, todavía está en su prime.
Yeah, peleó bien hoy. Tuvimos tremenda pelea hoy.
He fought great. He looked great. Looks like he still is. ¿Va a pelear con Crawford?
Una buena pelea también, claro. Quiero pelear con los mejores. Okay.
Once again, we have one more bout. About to queue up right now, y'all. Let's go, baby.
What do you want to see Thurman do next?
Pienso que seguir peleando otra pelea competitiva, pero peleó muy bien hoy, creció muy bien hoy.
He says he wants to see Thurman in another competitive fight, but he looked great tonight.
No sé cuándo. Vamos a ver en abril, yo pienso.
What can we expect from you in that fight when you step in the ring with Smith?
No, una pelea entre dos de los mejores pesos welter del mundo. Ya, voy al baño.
Jordanis, Alex, is that right hand against the southpaw Spence going to be a killer like it was against the southpaw Pacquiao, the right hand? Is the right hand going to be a killer against the southpaw Spence like it was Pacquiao?
No, son diferentes cosas. Este es un gran peleador. Él es zurdo, yo le peleo bastante bien a los zurdos. Y es una gran pelea, pero todavía no se sabe. Tiene que primero anunciarla.
Spence is a great fighter. I do very well against southpaws, but we gotta wait to see if when they announce the fight. De frente.
No, caminando queda más linda.
Hey.
Dale, dame un beso, baby. Otro beso, Y ahora para.
Dale, una aquí. from Philippines.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. What's up, bro? What's up?
Hey, they underestimated you against Pacquiao. They underestimated you. Do you feel like they're underestimating you again? With Alex? Sorry. They underestimated him with Pacquiao. Does it feel like they're underestimating him again?
No te estaban dando chance contra. Piensas que están haciendo lo mismo contra Spence.
No, eso mucha gente sí me daba oportunidad. Yo he demostrado que soy un guerrero y es una gran pelea.
He's grateful for the opportunity. He's gonna show you he belongs, and he's grateful.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Jordan.
Okay,
Thank you. Oh wait, one more, just one more, Alex. Was Jordan, just one more? Alex, could you mind if I just ask him one more, bro?
Yo, where are you going?
Ale.
I'm with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just you feel like Thurman is still in his prime, but what was different about him in his 30s tonight than when he was champion in his 20s? What'd you see differences?
Dice que sí que crees que Thurman que si estaba bien ahora o que sí que estaba mejor en sus 30s o ahorita.
No, tuvo buena pelea hoy. Pienso que regresó bien, peleó muy bien y yo creo que la edición está de vuelta con él.
Great comeback, and he says he will do better.
Okay. All right, thanks, man. Thanks, brother.
Venga, vamos al baño, ¿ok?
Gracias, Jordan. Anyone else out there?
Yep.
B plus.
B plus, really?
B. Huh? Yeah. Good. Good. How you doing, Fred?
Good to see you. Oh, yeah, it's a good fight.
It was solid.
It had me on my toes.
Did it?
Waiting for a wobble, but he didn't do it.
He did a few times, but he was tough. He was tough.
Definitely tough. Definitely worried.
USAA.
Enjoy your whatchamacallit.
I did. What's up, brother? Yeah, you were like a couple of
Someone's already sitting there?
These two are us. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
These two are. So probably enough room. We also can just pull a chair up.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, perfecto.
This is stuff you gotta do. Media room, baby. There we go. Bang. All right. Oh my God. Stuff just keeps getting caught everywhere. What's up, Michelle? See what else is going on. What's up, Matt? What's up, buddy? Yeah. Yes, he was.
They work for us like we.
You trying to talk with them guys?
Yeah, I just get Louis on the phone and he makes up.
Okay. It's gotta be quick.
Quick. It's with my phone.
Gotta go. Uno, dos.
Appreciate you.
You got it, bro.
What I gotta do this is. The one that just popped back here.
Right here, yeah. Right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave on a chop. He's battery.
What I kill him?
These is Florida boys right here. 6 rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the black with the
Lennox, did you feel like Thurman looked good tonight?
Huh?
Did you feel like Thurman looked good tonight?
Yeah, Thurman looked good. Looked really good. He's never lost that. He's never lost that movement. So and he looks sharp.
Is he still? Oh, sorry.
Get the boys with Louis. Get the boys with my man Louis. Champ.
Hold on.
Get in, dig it. Hey, get in.
Caleb Clark, get him in here.
Come on, Caleb, get in here. Caleb, come on, get in.
Caleb, get up here. Caleb, get in there.
Oh, face off, Caleb. Face off.
Mary. Mary, come here.
Hey, Lennox, do you feel like the white fight? Do you feel like the?
Who's throwing?
Hey Caleb, just get a quick reaction to the fight, bro. Would you if Thurman is? Yeah. Okay. I gave you just 2 seconds. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get to Jordan. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Nothing. Caleb's coming in. Oh, Jordan. Caleb was looking for you. He's over there. Yeah. That's what that noise is for? He said. Oh.
It's good scrap.
Yeah. Whoa. Where are we?
Like I know it's too good to be true. I said it was too good to be true.
How you doing, Muhammad? It's good to see you.
La seguía y cerraba muy bien cada round.
This guy. Oh.
Yeah, no, I had one first one. Especially because that was in the NBA, man. He still is not in the NBA.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I still thought it was about.
Oh, I had 15 on the Lakers.
Yeah, it was. But,
No, it's not.
it was, but I don't care. It's all you.
Just try to sneak up into it,
You want? You can take it if you
I
want.
know.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that. I get to sit by Jody. My network going up.
You showing you snuck in there and then you give it up the skin?
My network going up.
I gotta move.
Yeah.
I'm actually flying back and forth.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Hey man,
Yes,
congrats
man.
on the wedding.
Thank you, man.
No bounce.
Thank you. You are live on FightHype. As I said.
Oh, well, congrats on the wedding.
There you go. There you go.
And cut.
Is it? Big Mo, I just got one question for you. One question. If 100% is the prime, what percent is Keith Thurman still at?
mean in terms of what he did tonight?
Yeah. What he did tonight, maybe even going forward, if you know, maybe.
After not fighting in a long time, it showed that he still has it. He needs a couple more fights to get better to the level that he really needs to be in order to get back into real contention.
Right. Well, it looks like he's still a player in the division.
Yeah, he's got skills, man.
Yeah.
And, lateral movement, dexterity, the jab, and the uppercuts, landed all night. Timing. Timed real well.
Knew when to step in, right?
Yeah, he got hit a few times too.
He did.
Yeah, body shots and uppercuts and hooks and stuff. Yeah.
He got what he needed tonight, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, Mo.
Okay.
Was good. What I miss out there, big dog? Okay. Those of you that were paying attention, the chances of getting Caleb Plant are probably slim now. That was our shot, and it kind of got taken from us because we can't film in certain spots, So now, good fight tonight, man. Yeah, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
You get anything? Yeah, what'd you get? Okay. That's all they really was?
Caleb was there. Ellie got him.
I missed it. Okay.
I got there too late. Then the security came because Lennox walked right then and he went with the Fox.
Not really. Right.
So I gotta get.
What's that, Mo?
This kid that's behind you with the baseball cap. Did he lose his fight tonight?
Yeah. Just saying. Yeah, he lost the lead. Lost almost every round. He's tough. Never was hurt.
Okay.
He took a lot of body shots.
Okay.
So yeah, this is what you call killing time in the media room as we wait Thurman and Barrios to show up. So I don't know, argue with each other in the chat room about boxing or something as we wait for them to come to the post-fight.
They're translating all these Turkish putting them on not Netflix, but on network. It's funny. Just to have fucked up names.
Spain for a while, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, you put it in miles, big dog. Trying, bro, trying.
You've done it for me.
Trying to rack up those points.
Yeah, you just. Yeah, Jody won't. You remember. He's a good guy.
I had two long-haired beauties next to me on each side. Now I got Skip instead.
Sorry.
Like how I did
It's okay.
It's
all right.
But my problem like Friday and Saturday, like if I had it
You
right
can treat
now,
you bad and make you think you did something.
But I was watching it like, only like 43. There's no commercials. The company
Grab my seat.
good.
Yeah,
Was better, like a lot better. But this one was the true story too. It's how they found it in Cartagena. Is what it's about. And the chick, the actress, La India, she's so freaking fine, dude. She's the one from. Did you watch the Nicky Jam series? It's the one. She's Puerto Rican. She's the one from there. The Nicky, you should. That's only like 12 episodes, or 13. You'll knock that out. Yeah, you'll knock it out like in 2 nights. It's called El Ganador. O Me Siento Como El Ganador. The song, it's the name of that song. But that one you can knock out like in almost the whole thing in a weekend, depending on how much time you have. I've never seen a Puerto Rican series like that. It's all reggaeton artists or the actors. Mikey Woods, Darkanel, what's his name? That guy. He is Nicky Jam young, and then Nicky Jam like early 20s. They do a digital something to his face and take all the tattoos off. And take the mustache, and he has this retarded cut like this. He looks like the haircut from Dumb and Dumber on Jim Carrey. I'm serious. But that's him. And then when it's like present day, it's like how he looks right now, or how he looked, say, 4 years ago, whenever they made it 5 years ago.
Are there hour-long episodes too?
Yeah, a little bit less, probably. And it's in the Colombiana girl from She's freaking badass. But the one that's from Reina, that is new. But it has all those, he's still Yengo Flow. There's an actor in it. J Balvin plays himself in Colombia. And the dude who plays Daddy Yankee, it looks like Daddy Yankee, like exactly. What is it, the story of his life? Because his mom was like a crackhead. And his dad went to jail for it. Because the mom's Dominican, his dad's Puerto Rican, to jail. And he went to Puerto Rico to live, I think when he was a teenager. And then something happened. He had some guy that was like making his beats, but he was a tecato and he was like, he killed someone. I don't want to give away too much of it, but like, yeah, it shows him from a kid to how he like blew up with Daddy Yankee, how they fell apart, and then how he came back up. What do they call it? The Rise of the Phoenix.
That's true. He was hot for a while.
He was hot when he was young, before people even listen to reggaeton. When he had Los Gangs, when he was in that. But no, I've seen it twice. I think that's series.
You've seen it twice?
I think I watched it the second time. I do that sometimes, like a year later. So I just like Sopranos. I've probably seen like 7 times. But now on DirecTV, they give us HBO Max free.
Oh, you should watch Gomorrah.
I got to see what channel it is even.
Santa Maria. What do you mean? What channel is that?
I mean, I got to see what channel it is on DirecTV. Like I have it, but I don't know where it's at.
You don't know just the app HBO Max?
It says it's free with DirecTV, so I think DirecTV will probably have a channel. I'm thinking. Honestly, it just happened yesterday. They sent the email out.
What we're supposed to do. Thurman just got out of the way.
Yeah, we just put out the last season of like more. I was reading that they say that even in Italy, they put subtitles for Italian people because Napolitano dialects are so different.
Yeah, the dialects are distinto, all of them. Like Siciliano. My grandma after she spoke. You should have let me translate that shit, dude. I was going to translate it right there so you can have it in both.
Yeah.
But see, you speak Spanish, man. You're telling me you don't speak it.
No, I understood what he was saying.
No, but you asked the good questions.
Yeah,
this guy says he was faking it on us.
No, it's not good. Like you speak better Spanish than I do.
No, but they knew what you were saying.
He understood. Yeah,
the problem with the one with Burchell was he just didn't want to be there anymore.
Right.
That's when I saw it, because I got him after you. Like he less wanted to be there when I got him.
Yeah, because he didn't want to be there with me.
I have 2 minutes of nothing. He's fighting in March. Then I got him a little bit later, so I'm going to have to just probably cut some stuff up and slap it all together.
Yeah, he must have really been wanting to leave you want to talk to you.
Yeah, dude, I know. Ever since I met him at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah?
Burchell was on the undercard of like Pacquiao and Marquez. 3? No, it was way before that. I don't even know what Pacquiao fight it was. But it was here in Mandalay Bay, across the street. There's a Panda Express in the McDonald's. I went with that guy Anson Wainwright, who used to be with The Ring. And this dude was eating before the fight cheeseburgers.
No shit.
Burchell, yeah. His first fight in the United States.
But he's not doing that shit anymore.
He probably eats a little bit better now. Yeah. But he lives here now.
He looks like a big boy, man.
He's training with
going up
Capatillo.
to 135 because he's a big guy.
He was struggling to make 130. I wanted to ask him too. I think in that fight against Valdez, I think he wasn't over COVID all the way yet. Like he wasn't positive, but I don't think he had his. Because he looked so flat in that fight.
Everything all the way back.
Besides getting knocked out, just earlier he looked slow, lethargic. The weight cut, and then Like, I got over COVID, but I still have this fucking cough that won't go away.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Still?
Still have it, dude, and I had COVID right before Christmas. That's what Frank told me. He had it too, but he had it a little bit in January from Top Rank Frank, and he said his body still hurts. He feels like he overdid a workout. That sore feeling in his shoulders and shit, and he still has it. It won't go away.
15 minutes. I wasn't knew we was going to wait this long.
Right.
I was.
I wear live.
Oh, see, we got one.
Let's definitely.
I think I'm gonna get one.
But that's crazy because I got it like before the vaccines and all that shit. No me pasó nada. It's just so different how it varies with people.
Dude, I had I had the booster too, but I think I got it right. Like I got the booster, I think right after or right before, so it didn't really. The booster had no effect because it was too new in my system.
I don't really want to get that shit right now, especially because now I feel like summer's coming. But I think I'm going to Hawaii in March, and I think that before we have to have this.
I didn't get sick from the booster. You know what to do? I got sick from the first two, like body aches.
Yeah, I got on the second one.
Someone told me, and it worked for me. Take a Tylenol like 3 hours before you get it, and then right when you get the shot, when you walk out, take another one, or 500 milligrams. Take it, and then from there, the arm. I don't think you can avoid the sore arm, but I didn't get any. I didn't get sick at all. Didn't get any body aches. Nothing. Of course, I got COVID 2 days later. I don't think it was from the booster though.
That's what you got for taking Tylenol.
Yeah, no, my wife had it, and then I do. Everyone in the house, one by one. And I tell you, the foreign exchange student, his fucking appendix ruptured.
Oh, damn.
Dude, he was like I thought he was faking because he didn't like his haircut, didn't want to go to school. And then I sent him, and then we told him, and then he told his dad his spleen was bad. And you know what he said? Oh, just worry, when you come back in June, we'll take care of it. It's too expensive. Dude, I'll fucking be dead in 2 weeks. You don't take care of it. Well, I don't know.
I'm here. All right, guys, we're going to get going in just a few minutes. Leo's on his way right now. So just want to get your questions ready, start grabbing your seats. And we're going to begin with Leo Santa Cruz as he makes his way in.
Anybody think here?
No, you can't sit there.
Right in the middle, man.
Anybody but you.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Likewise.
I'm Jeff again, per usual.
Don't really look like, no?
I know.
Party up, party up, party
We want to welcome all the media members here for our post-fight press conference from Michelob Ultra Arena. Premier Boxing Champions brought an exciting night of boxing that featured former champions and current champions that ended up getting back into the win column and impressive victories. Once again, it was all promoted by TGB Promotions and sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. It was an exciting night of action as now we have one of current world champion Leo Santa Cruz with his father and head trainer Jose Santa Cruz as we are set to get going with our media. He had an impressive performance over Keenan Carbajal. A unanimous decision victory, clean sweep across the board, 100-90, all three judges' scorecards. He looked exciting. It was great to see Leo back into the ring. He was out for 15 months, and after suffering his defeat to Gervonta Tank Davis, he felt great coming into this fight. He was excited. He felt rejuvenated after the break, and he's looking to have a big 2022, and he started off right with unanimous decision victory. So we'll turn things over to Leo Santa Cruz, say a few words, and then all media members, we have our mics, so we have Martin right here. So just please raise your hand and ask your questions to Leo or his father, and we'll get going. So first off, we'll turn things over to Leo. Leo, impressive performance. What did you think about your performance tonight?
Thank you very much.
The truth, I'm not that happy with my performance. I think that I could have done it better, but I gotta go in the gym, train harder, and hopefully my next fight I'm gonna come and work in the things I did wrong, and my next fight I'm gonna become a lot better.
Bueno, conclusiones de usted, señor Cruciño, cuéntenos un poco cómo se sintió.
¿Ande?
¿Papá?
Bien.
Oh, bien. Good.
Once again, media members, raise your hand if you have a question. We'll get you a microphone.
Hey Leo, great to see you back in the ring tonight, man. Great to see you back in. Do you think? Would you like that Mark Magsayo fight next? Should that be the fight next? And he's a big 126. Why do you think you would come out on top of what would be a great fight?
I think because, I have that Mexican spirit. I come to fight, to leave everything in the ring. I'm going to go in the gym, train hard, get stronger. And I think, Barrios is a great opponent. He comes forward, throws left punches, he don't run. He comes to fight. Mexico, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Philippines, always a great fight. Like Pacquiao, Marquez. So I think that's going to be the type of fight with Barrios.
Leo, te saluda Ernesto Amador de nuevo, es un placer, don José. Una pregunta para los dos. ¿Qué tanto les ilusiona este combate? Entiendo que quizá para ti no fue una gran actuación, pero no perdiste un round. Pero ¿qué tanto los ilusiona, don José y Leo, esta pelea para rezar a esos retos como con Gary Russell, Navarrete? A ver, los campeones de la 126 y por qué no pensar en la 130.
It was an almost perfect fight. How much hope, how much does it give you to dream about further challenges in the future, knowing that you fought an almost immaculate fight and opponents like Navarrete and others could be in the horizon for you?
No, pues la verdad, para mí yo estoy contento, de haber regresado, es lo que quería yo, regresar, hacer una pelea de preparación, estar bien, salir con el triunfo y ya para la siguiente vamos a acabarlo mejor, ya vamos a estar acostumbrados a estar en el ring y la verdad pues estamos emocionados de volver y unificar, de defender el título, los rivales que vengan, estamos para las grandes, queremos volver al tope como estábamos antes y la verdad pues que sea lo que sea.
The important thing is we got the win, we knocked the rust off, and now we are looking to unify and go after absolutely everybody. It doesn't matter who is next, whoever the opponent that may be next, they may come, and I'm going to be ready for whatever challenge comes my way.
Si nos puede contestar don José, por favor, me encantaría. Usted es un hombre de retos. ¿Qué viene para ustedes?
Pues miren, esta pelea la hizo en 126 porque es el peso. En 130. Ya ni sé. Ok, yo quiero que pelee en 126 porque es el peso de él. O sea, ya en 130, en 135 es demasiado la pegada que hay ahí para él. Él no tiene mucha pegada, entonces en 126 es un peso perfecto para seguir ganando peleas ahí.
Ideally, I want him to stay at 126. 130, 135 is not his ideal weight, and I feel like he's right at home at 126. And I want him to remain there so he can go after the best challenges in this division. Next question.
Leo, after what was a scary fight with Davis, it looked like you weren't hesitant, you weren't timid, you weren't worried about getting hit, and you got right back in there. Why is that when a lot of fighters, after they get a knockout, they're gun shy? Why wasn't that the case with you?
Because this is boxing, we're here to fight. We're here to, entertain the fans. And if we're gonna get fear, we should just retire or something. Like I said, instead of getting fear from Tank Davis fight, I got more confidence. I got more confidence. I got more brave. I'm like, if I was able to, stay there for a few rounds with Tank Davis, I could take anybody. Because Davis is a great fighter, great puncher, and while it lasted, I was able to, bang with him, do a good fight. So, I think that's where I got the confidence. There's no fear. I'm still going to come to fight. I'll always fight.
Stephen Kelwar Sports. Congrats, Leo. It was good seeing you back in the ring, man. The headbutt, and it seemed like it kept happening. The cut was pretty bad. How many stitches was it, and did it bother you during the fight?
It was bothering me a little bit. The blood was going in my eye. Then when they put the Vaseline, it would go in my eye, and I'll see blurry, but with my glove, I would take it away, and I was able to see for a little bit, but then again, I didn't want the fight to get stopped. I wanted to continue fighting, and I did what I could.
Congrats, man.
Río, a tu izquierda. Felicidades por el triunfo. Dos preguntas. La primera, ¿cómo incidió el calor de la gente en tu actuación? Obviamente la gente estaba aclarando tu nombre y tú dices que estás listo para los mejores, pero un nombre, una pelea que tú quieras, sí o sí.
Well, first of all, how did the fans motivate you to win the way you did and to fight the way you did? And second of all, if you could just give us a name, I know you're ready for everybody, but if you could just give us a name of who you have in mind for your upcoming next fight.
No, la verdad los fans siempre me motivan. Ellos son por la razón por la que yo vengo a pelear, a darlo todo. Cuando yo escucho sus gritos, su apoyo, esos son los que me motivan a mí. Como lo dije antes de esta pelea, después de Gervonta Davis, me quise retirar. Dije, amor, los fans ya no me van a querer volver a ver, pero los fans me apoyaron, me dijeron que siguiera peleando, que yo podía ser campeón otra vez. Y pues la verdad ellos son los que siempre me motivan y vengo a pelear por ellos. Y la verdad, pues ahorita queremos unificar, defender la 116 y pues yo sé que mi papá quiere que me quede en la 116, pero si está la oportunidad, yo quiero seguir después a la 130, unificar, defender o no quería no defender, buscar el título contra Oscar Valdez. Si me da la oportunidad, o que gane Shakur Stevenson o cualquier campeón en la 130, yo pienso que todavía puedo ir.
First of all, the fans, they're everything to me. When I fought against Gervonta Davis, after I did, I thought about retiring. And the fans were the ones that were sending me messages, reaching out to me saying, hey, don't give up, keep going forward, you have a lot more to give. And I wouldn't be here without them. Their support was absolutely key tonight for me to feel the way I did. And as far as giving a name, I know that my dad wants me to stay at 126. Like I said, the goal is to unify, try to do my best there, and then if there is an opportunity against someone like Valdez or Shakur Stevenson, then I'm also up to that challenge. But we'll see what happens in the future.
Any other questions? Leo, you were out of the ring for 15 months, and yet, we talked about it. Even though you personally may not have been impressed by your performance and felt you could have done a lot better, cardio-wise, how did you feel? And it seemed, your punch output was up. You were starting right from the get-go, and you went 10 strong, hard rounds. So how did you feel physically, cardio-wise, even after being out of the ring for 15 months?
I feel good, the cardio was good. The only thing I wanted to throw more punches, but I don't know what it was. I couldn't let my hands go like I wanted to, but I think next time I'm gonna get even better and I'm gonna throw more punches and probably land more stronger and more thicker.
What did you think? I'm not sure if you've had a chance to watch, Magsayo, who was the most recent performer winning the WBC belt. What did you think of his performance over Gary Russell Jr.? And how would you see a matchup between you two shaping up?
I think Magallanes is a great fighter. He's perfect. He has good technique, great punches, power, everything. And I don't know if it was because Gary Russell's hand was injured or nothing, but he still looked good. I don't know what the difference was going to be if Russell would have been 100%. But, I don't take nothing away from Magallanes. He's a great fighter. And I think a fight against him will be really great. Both will be toe-to-toe. I think it'll be a great fight, between Mexico and Philippines.
Well, that's a fight that I'm sure we would all love to see as fight fans renew the Filipino-Mexican boxing rivalry. But first, enjoy this victory, Leo, with your family and your friends. Even though you may not have been impressed, it was impressive performance. You still dominated, unanimous decision victory over Keenan Carvajal. So enjoy this one, and we look forward to seeing you later on this year. As like you said, you want to unify. That's a lot of options for you, a lot of fights to be made, and we look forward to seeing who that opponent will be, but enjoying this one. Leo Santa Cruz, WBA featherweight champion. He is coming away with victory here from Michelob Ultra Arena, and now he will look to fight once again later on this year. Tremendous performance, unanimous decision victory. Once again, thank you, Leo.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you.
All right, it appears we are now set to have our main event. I believe Keith Thurman is in the building now.
One time.
Ready to come up to the stage. Keith one-time Thurman making his way to the stage after an impressive performance beating Mario Barrios by unanimous decision. Judges' scorecards 117, 111, 118, 110, 118, 110. And now Keith Thurman makes his way to the stage. One-time former world champion looking to get his belts back later this year. As he takes a seat. Once again, raise your hand. We'll find you, ask a question for your media members. First, we'll turn things over to Keith Thurman to say a few words on your performance tonight. You know, 2.5 years, people have been waiting for you to get back into the ring, and now we had it. It looked impressive, getting that unanimous decision victory. How did you feel?
I felt pretty good in there. You know, I felt like after landing some big shots, I should have been able to have some follow-ups. But, you know, I learned and I assessed everything. I just used my craftiness in there. He was more poised than I thought. I thought he'd be a little bit eager. I was trying to get him to take chances. There was no holding. That was kind of interesting and nice. We both stayed on the outside. He had a great jab like we expected, and we just worked around it. You know, I let him touch me a little bit, he touched me a lot. I landed the bigger shots, and that was the game plan the whole time. I just want to thank everybody who came out and supported, everybody who bought the pay-per-view, everybody who supports Keith Thurman, and everything that I've done in my career. We're finally back. I'm looking forward to having a terrific 2022, and I just hope you guys enjoyed this show and look forward to more from your man Keith one-time Thurman.
Steven Cordeño, Carolina Sports right here, Keith. Congratulations on a great fight. It was very entertaining. There were a couple of times you had him rocked. He, you know, kind of a stanky leg a little bit. Did you? Why couldn't you get the finish? Was he just kind of recuperated a little faster than you expected?
You know, I'm going to be honest, man. I just need to get back to the killer. You know, I think I've been a little too nice to my sparring partners, and just a little too nice to my past opponents. You know, 12-round championship boxing is just that different level, you know? And the last thing you want to do is try to get somebody out of there, fall short, and not have the gas for the later rounds. And I think that what I need to do, you know, I'm good at my endurance in the ring, I'm good at my craftiness, I'm good at my movement, but I need that high-intensity interval training where pretty much I need to be doing sprints, things to where once when I land a nice shot, I need to be able to rush, get back on that Mike Tyson, right? But see, we know Mike Tyson, some people say, was only a 4-round, 6-round fighter because he put so much energy in those early rounds trying to get those knockouts. So it's a double-edged sword, but I know the sports science and how to be crafty enough in boxing, and it takes a different high-interval training. There's one modality from my sports nutritionist of a form of training that I've never used up to this day, and I'm going to stop neglecting that because I think that's the one thing that I'm missing when it comes to finishing off these opponents. And I do believe that once when I have that missing piece, that I can once again be at the top of this welterweight division.
Congrats again.
Keith, congratulations on an impressive victory. You've been out the ring for a while, so
raise your hand. Who's talking?
Dante's Boxing Nation by way of Hockey TV.
Okay, it was the mask. I couldn't tell who was talking.
Yeah. How important was it for you to have an impressive outing due to the fact you were out of the ring for a while?
It was definitely important, you know, but I know my skills, my talents. I know that I'm world class. And I just wanted to show that, you know, Barrios was definitely a game fighter. Him and his team prepared very well for this fight. They were very poised, way more poised than I thought the young fighter was going to be. I thought he was going to want to make a big statement. Obviously, they wanted to make a statement with being relaxed and maybe waiting for their opportunities. But, you know, once when I realized he's waiting a lot, that gives me more opportunities. It reminded me of Danny Garcia. Danny was just waiting and waiting to counter, and my movement and my stutter steps and my feints, it throws off their timing. And you think you know what it's going to be like to be in there with Keith Thurman, but once when I get moving to the left, to the right, back to the left, to the right, feint, jab, left hook, drop a few power shots, it's a little different, man. And I got him to hesitate, and it was easy for me to manipulate what I needed to do to win the rounds and be victorious tonight.
Keith Thurman from BoxingScene.com. Congratulations on your win. It looked like he affected you with a body shot, maybe the 8th round. Can you take us through that sequence and let us know how you felt with that?
It was weird, man. I ain't gonna lie. Backstage, I was sitting down, and I felt my body hurting with the cup. It was weird. I was like, "Ooh, you ain't gonna want to get touched there today, boy." I know everybody talks about being body shots, yada yada yada. But maybe it has something to do with the weight pool. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe my liver is a little sensitive. I always try not to look at it like that. I like to say, somebody lands a good shot, they land a good shot. And body shots are just different, But it is interesting. If I breathe deeply, I can still kind of just feel awkward in that body region. Like I said, I felt tenderness before I was even touched tonight. So that one shot definitely awakened a little sensation of discomfort and pain, but it wasn't the hardest that I've ever been hit. If he was able to step in a little bit more, dig a little bit deeper, he may have been able to put me down. A lot of people who landed good body shots almost put me down, but look, they still had to put me down, bro. At the end of the day, they can't make it happen. So Pacquiao didn't do it, Mario didn't do it, and Luis Collazo didn't do it. Sean Porter didn't do it. Sean's wasn't that good. I backed up because it landed, and then he rushed me, and it looked bad on TV. I know it looked bad on TV, and the commentators jumped on. I was hurt. I wasn't really hurt, but the other 3 body shots that I've taken that you guys seen on highlights, Keith Thurman was hurt. But that's what it means to be a world-class fighter. It's like Phil Ivey. We got a poker face up in that ring. And sometimes you can read a fighter, you can tell that he's hurt, but then that's when the true warrior spirit comes out, and we endure. And I make it through the round. I sharpen up. Let me take that round if the judges think that was enough to win. Otherwise, we just get back into boxing and we get back to winning the fight.
Thanks for the honesty, Keith. I just wanted to ask you, moving forward, Terrence Crawford, when he was asked who he would want to fight, he has repeatedly mentioned you first, and he's obviously some free agent or whatever he is. What do you think about the possibility of making that fight as your next fight, and what do you think of the fight in general?
Well, the fact that he's a free agent should make things a little bit better. Work with Bob is not fun for a lot of fighters. At the end of the day, I'm not sure. You see what I'm wearing right now. You see what I'm representing. Where are you ranked, Keith Thurman? And I say, I don't know. One of the best fighters in the world. Who cares what rank they give me, what number they give me, what position they give me? I do want to fight champions. I'm going to be looking forward to getting in the ring with a champion. I want an opportunity to get a world title again. So if that's the best opportunity, I'll take it. I always love great fights. I love making exciting fights in the welterweight division. But like I say, you see what I'm representing right now. So this might be the ladder that I'm climbing. We know that Errol Spence, Dennis Ugas, none of these fights would have manifested if Keith Thurman didn't lose to Manny Pacquiao. So there was a shift in matchups once when I fell out of championship status. So I had the WBA, I had the WBC, I relinquished the WBC. Nobody beat me for the WBC world title, So those belts I want back in my possession. I do like the fight with Terrence Crawford, but we'll just have to see what opens up, what really negotiates, how stubborn we get when it comes to what kind of split there is. It's just business from here on out. I do like the fight, though. Thank you for the question.
Hey Keith, what's up? Jim Greasehover, FightHype. We talked the other day at the press conference, did our interview, about all the time off, 3 fights in 5 years, the surgeries, the stuff you went through mentally. How good does it feel right now, man, to have been in there and move the way you move, connect with your punches the way you did, and just to mentally know that you didn't lose anything, man. You're back to being you again. How's that feel?
Well, we felt pretty good in camp. You know, I was telling people, you know, you got to get the ring rust off in preparation, man. So I was moving and shaking and trying to groove and get my movement back. You know, you guys saw some of the story. I've been doing more yoga. Yoga is beneficial for inside and outside of the ring, but inside of the ring is bringing more mobility. At the age of 33, you know, a lot of young older than me, your body's been through, and you're not even things. So at the end of the day, I know so much about sports science. For me not to implement it is just straight ignorance. So that's why I said there's one modality that I haven't done yet. I really need to jump on that. There's one other modality, to be honest, like high altitude training. I am debating about getting into that. So I just want to stay mobile, stay moving. I know I'm very crafty, and I think that's what's going to help me in the future of this welterweight division.
What about mentally? We talked about what you went through and how you overcame, but the mental toughness it takes to be an elite athlete is incredible anyway, but with everything you went through, you talk about what that is for you to have this and to know when nobody else maybe around you is even thinking the same things you're thinking.
So I'll open up, man, and it was challenging even being here in Las Vegas, you know. Mario Barrios and me both were in a very interesting predicament this fight. We're both coming off of losses. How confident can a man feel knowing that he was stopped in his last fight, knowing that I lost in front of thousands and thousands of fans in my last fight? How much confidence can two warriors really bring into the ring? You know, if we're honest with ourselves, there's going to be that little voice that says, hey, you were just beaten. Hey, what happens if you can't do what you want to do, you know? And I heard that voice leading up to this week, you know, is Keith Thurman really back? You know, and I just said, look, man, you've been working hard, you've been moving well, you're very smart. You know it was a marginal loss. There was no, it wasn't a real negative, even though it was negative, even though I felt a lot of negative emotions afterwards. Enough time has gone by. The lack of activity can be looked at as a negative too. But for me, I turned it into a positive because it's allowed me to mentally get over a lot of the BS, man, and tell that voice, you are a champion. You know, my new T-shirt right here, it says "Be good." That's what we were today. It says "Be great." That's what we will be tomorrow. This is "Be a champion," and that's in our near future. So this is what I'm manifesting. Today you saw a good Keith Thurman. You're going to see a great Keith Thurman, and you're going to see the champion once again.
Thank you.
Keith, over here. Muhammad Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. Excuse me. How does it feel? Does it feel real good to be back after the long layoff? To be back on stage and under the lights and put your hands in the air?
To be honest, it felt great. From the moment we were waiting to walk out into the ring, just seeing the fans, seeing their reaction, seeing all the anticipation, being the main event tonight, there was such a nostalgic feeling to the whole process. Like I said, from just being backstage with my team, it's been so long, yet, you know, Carlos, I haven't seen Carlos in so long, but when we get back together, you know, this is family, man. This is just how we do it, and it just feels like a great blessing. So then we walk out into the ring, you know, then we walk up into the ring, and I took the time, you know, y'all saw me, I took the time before stepping in the ring, I took a look around, you know, we're back. Like you said, under the bright lights, I got in the ring, I felt the ring underneath me, I'm feeling the gloves in my hands, these small gloves. This is not a sparring match, you know, this is a fight. And I had a formidable opponent across from me who trained very hard, very, very young, athletic individual, and it's just great putting myself on the line once again, you know, living this life of a world-class fighter as a warrior. And then even after the fight was over, we know we had a good performance. Our team and I, we were confident that we happened 2.5 years ago. So I tell people all the time, Keith one-time Thurman wears red, white, and blue because I'm living my all-American dream. I started boxing at the age of 7, and I wasn't the best. I used to get beat up in the sport, day after day after day after day. Okay? When you're 7 years old, it's easy to get beat up. When you're 9 years old, it's easy to get beat up. When you're 10, 11, and 12 years old, it's easy to get beat up. Even when I was 14 years old, they would just put me in with Andre Berto to beat me up, So at the end of the day, coach always can make a phone call, we can go to a gym and get me beat up, And I tell people all the time, I got my butt whooped, and now I have the right to kick ass. And it's just a beautiful thing to be living this dream of mine. I love the sport of boxing. I just love it inside and out. It's more than a fight. It's a very sweet science. I call it the beautifully brutal sport. We saw what happened to Mario today. His nose, his eyes, and everything he endured. I had to endure punches. We were trading. We were just real fighters in the ring. I really hope you guys enjoyed what happened tonight. It was a beautiful night of boxing. And I look forward to having more great fights. This is what Keith Thurman is about. Creating exciting fights in the welterweight division today.
All right, final question. And Keith, Sean Zattel, FightHype, great job tonight, man. You already touched on the Crawford fight. If Spence Ugas, is offered next, the winner of that fight, do you feel ready, good to go for that fight, or do you feel like one more fight in between then would be ideal, or let's do it?
Yeah, that's such a really good question. Because the fighter in me says, "Give it to me, let's go. I want to be champion. I want the winner." But there's a weird little technicality that happened, for some of those who read the article, that this was like a title eliminator to a title eliminator. I don't know the politics all the time, man. I'm just a performer. I do believe that I should be worthy of challenging any world champion at any given point in time, considering my resume and everything that has happened in my career. But it does feel very good to just be back. So if I have to take another fight and just keep, like I said, going from being good to being great to being a champion, then so be it. I'm so happy to be back. I want to do what I haven't done in the past 2.5 years. Keith Thurman does want to be an active fighter. So we have to go back, talk to our team, see what's brought to the table through the networks, through Al Heyman, and just go with the flow, man. I just really want to have a more active year. I want to have more performances for the fans. I want to have more performances for myself. But no matter what, if it happens this summer, if it happens back in November and December, Keith Thurman is on the road to being champion in the welterweight division once again.
Well, thank you so much, Keith. It was great to finally have you back after your 2.5-year layoff. And now you are looking forward to a very busy 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Keith one-time Thurman, victorious over Mario Barrios here from Mandalay Bay. And enjoy this victory, Keith. Don't think about any future opponents right now. Soak in this one a little bit, and then I'm sure we'll be hearing news later on down the line for a busy 2022.
Thank you very much. It's great to see you too.
Keith one-time Thurman. And once again, I want to thank all the media members and all the fans that came on out here to Michelob Ultra Arena. That about does it for our post-fight
Hey Keith,
press
man,
conference.
cool if I ask you something real quick on your way out?
Yeah,
while you walk. Yeah.
What's good, Ali? Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good, man. It's just so crazy. So much time was off, so much time happened in this preparation. Then we were here at Fight Week. We did so much promo. It all happened. It all happened so fast. Then we're in there. We rocked him. We didn't stop him. We didn't even drop him. He got a nice body shot on me. I didn't go down, take a knee. I fell over leaning in too much. That was a little funny. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just happy, man. I really just hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys are excited that I'm back. I do believe that this was just a good start. And I just want to keep the momentum, man. One thing I've lacked in the past. And I think that if I keep the momentum, that I'll be able to really just be a better version of myself, redominate, be sharper, faster, counter, punch harder. I think all of that's in the near future.
Hey Keith, what's the difference between
10 out of 8? Did you feel it in there, or landing the punches and throwing the
He just wants to keep moving, right?
It was hard to say, man, because honestly, I spar in 18s to protect my hands and to work, make it a little better for my sparring partners because I want to dig on them. But like I was saying before, man, I really should. I need to. I need to really start hurting people.
Thank you, Keith. Thanks, man. Hey, Keith, did you feel any, it didn't look like it, but did you feel any rust at all?
Yes.
Yeah?
I was sharp.
Congrats, Dan.
Thanks, man. Couldn't finish.
Why'd you put him in there with Berto, Dan?
Hey, how'd you like the ring walk?
It was great, man. It was great.
They got down. Good seeing you. Congratulations. How'd it feel? How'd it feel to walk them out?
Good shit, Sean.
Prime Andre Berto? What's wrong with you? Child abuse.
Trying to get him
Child abuse. Prime Andre Berto?
That was a bad boy.
Yeah. No, I'm here. All right. That looks like it could be it, folks. Yeah, that looks like it's about it. You know what? I'm gonna close. Norm, my man, just please sign us out because you are a great boxing mind, and you're gonna tell it like it is. Thurman, let's say Thurman was 100% Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. What is he now?
If he was at 100% now?
Yeah. What percentage of what he was he tonight?
Well, he himself said he was C plus B minus, so I'd say maybe 60%. You know, not much more than that. I mean, he says he's ready to fight Crawford now. I think he's crazy. You know, I mean, he needs a couple more fights. He looked good for 5 rounds, and after that, it seemed like the energy drained away from his legs. You know, he got awkward. You could just see the way he was lunging. The way he lunged a few times and missed, you could see Crawford with his position. Boom. It'd be over. Right?
Thanks, Norm. No, thanks, Norm. That's why we did it. That's why we said, yeah. All right. So that was good. Thanks, guys, for joining us all night, keeping it locked in on FightHype. I had a great time with you guys, bringing this stuff to you. I love doing this stuff. So keep it locked in going forward. Thanks, everyone.